I'm looking at some of the funny stuff that people are tagging me in on Witch Talk. Y'all, I can't with you guys. I just want you to know I can't with you guys. I'm just saying. Y'all, seriously, it's funny. I love you. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. It's funny. Y'all are funny. And since I think it's funny and you think it's funny, that also tells me that we share a lot of humor. We share a lot of humor. My booth is a little jacked up right now, and I just realized it. I'm sorry, don't judge. It's like leaning. The booth is leaning. I've done a lot of yard work today, so the booth is leaning. All right, well, we're going to catch up on some reads that I owe people. And then, yeah, we'll move on to the new reads. So, to be honest, new reads probably won't start until tomorrow. So, yes, you have time to get on the list. Just letting you know. You have time to get on the list. All right, let's see. Still have some from... All right. Joy Spurlock is first on my list tonight. We're just going to get into it. And I am going to attempt to not talk a lot. We all know that that's not going to happen. Like we all know that that's not going to happen. We all know. Just say we all know. So my list for tomorrow, if you guys want on it, you better get on it now, because when I tell you what it is, I haven't done them in a while, and that would be mini past life readings. There are two lists for tomorrow. One is a live list. So if you want me to read live, there's only like 12 or 15 spots. It's just a mini read, like 10 to 15 minutes. However, if you would like a full past life report, put in your inbox, in your email, with 3 past lives. Those are on there as well. Those will not be done live because that's a lot more work. But I'm just saying, if you want on that list, now is the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Now is the time. I'm ready to go to Pennsylvania. It's hot as fuck here. I don't like it. I don't like it. By the way, several of you guys tagged me in a video that Riot Adams put out. I love me some Riot. And thank you for tagging me in that. I agree with Riot's statement in that video where he said, I would never want to be the face of Witch Talk because Witch Talk keyed my broom and, said some toxic. Yeah, Witch Talk is a very, very toxic relationship. I would never want to be the face of Witch Talk. That is all someone else's job. All someone else's job. I will keep my position as your godmother, okay? I will keep my position as your godmother. Never would I want that job. Nope, absolutely not. Someone else can take that on. Absolutely not. No. My hair is crazy. Oh, that's part of that part. I was like, what is going on right there? It's not. It's this shit. Boop. It's hot. Did I mention that it was hot? Because it's fucking hot. All right. So Joy wants to know about her relationship and overcoming obstacles. I bet Misty Dawn would not want that either. I can almost guarantee you. I can almost guarantee you. I do agree with Riot's statement that it would need to be a triple goddess. That Witch Talk would need to be a triple goddess. I 100% agree with that. And I don't want to be the crone. I'm happy with the godmother aspect. I'm so happy with that. So happy with that. All right. Ready, Joy? So I have 2 cards for you and 2 cards for your fiance. And then the card in the actually, there's another one. We're just going to put that one right there. 2 cards in the middle. You said, how are you and your fiance like overcome obstacles together? Got you. So you are represented by Hathor, which is culture and communication and spirituality and being in touch with all of those things. You also have banish a curse. I find that interesting. Your fiance is the traveler, which is restlessness, appraisal, independence, continually wanting to move. So you have, not move as in physically move, but like they are always in motion. So you are a very spiritual person. They are a very go, go, go person. This can work really, really well together as long as you're both aligned in where you're going. So if their go, go, go aligns with your spiritual go, 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 then yes, you guys are happy. You guys are going to be very happy. There we go. I'm like, wait, words did not word. So I find it interesting that you have banished a curse and they have let go. Is there an ex on your fiance's side that is causing issues? Because the let go, or it's either that, or I don't want to turn these two cards over yet until I say this. Or there has been an issue between the two of you that you need to let go of for them and they need to let go of for you. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if this is already, a trust issue, if this is already a problem, a miscommunication, whatever it is, an argument, but you are holding on to some stuff and they are holding on to some stuff. So both of those things have to be let go of. Let's see. These are in the middle. The first one I drew is this. Destiny. Oh. I'm not crying, you're crying. And wisdom. I love that. How will you and your fiance overcome obstacles? First of all, and I'm going to give you some tough love, okay? But this is both of you. It can't just be one-sided. Seeing that the Destiny card and the Wisdom card are in the middle, tell me that this right here, you two are meant to be together in this time, in this space. The two of you were meant to meet. The two of you were meant to be together. Like, there was no way that the two of you weren't going to run into each other when you did. Like, there was no way. And I hope that you let your fiance listen to this too. Because I would bet that if you think back to the day the two of you met, I would bet if you think back to the first date you went on, I bet that both of you had shit that happened to try to keep you from meeting the other person, right? There were things that happened. You were supposed to be here, but then you're there or whatever. The Destiny and the Wisdom card, you two were meant to meet. You were meant to be together in this time and this space. The other thing I'm going to say is this, and this is the tough love part, and both of you have to hear this, okay? Both of you have to grow up a bit emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And by grow up, I mean that you need to be leveling up together. So I'm not calling you immature, but the banish a curse and the let go. The let go on their side tells me that they are holding some kind of grudge or some kind of trust issue with you. So they are going to have to let that go for the two of you to be able to overcome obstacles going forward. With you, you have banished a curse. So again, this is, I think with you, it's more past trauma that you hold on to. Past relationships, past trauma, past issues, past trust issues, things like that. So you're holding on to those things. And they're holding on to something that they're taking as like a slight. Maybe it was a trauma response from you and they took that personally or whatever. But there is some kind, I don't feel like this is a big issue. I feel like it's a miscommunication. You guys are going to have to make sure that you level up and you grow up together. That's how you're going to overcome obstacles. This is also something, because you have in here your fiance. Before you ever decide to get married, before you ever walk down the aisle, this is something that has to be overcome, or this marriage will not end up working out. If the two of you go into this with any kind of issues of trust or a problem communication or something, or past traumas that are pulling in, if the two of you go into a marriage with that, this is for any of you. If the two of you go into a marriage with that, that is never going to be solved. You have to find a way to fix these things now before you ever move on and actually sign the paper. Because here's the thing. Right now, you're just engaged. Right now, you're just technically still dating. So if there's something that has to happen to break that, that's easy. If you go into a marriage I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Moderators, feel free to mute and block away, because I'm not going to deal with that bullshit. If you want to be hateful and you want to be negative and you want to be a cunt, you can take your ass somewhere else. I'm not doing that. If you want to come in and make stupid little comments that, hell, go away. Take your ass to another corner of hell and fuck off over there. I'm not doing it. I'm overheated. We have weather moving in and I'm cranky. You can go to some other corner of hell and fuck all the way off from there. Fuck all the way off from there. So, Joy, if you go into a marriage, this is just common sense. This is just common sense. If you go into a marriage where you put your name on that dotted line, and there are things that have not been taken care of, now you have to go through a divorce process, and that is not fun, nor is it cheap. I'm just saying. But I love the Destiny card and I love the Wisdom card, because that tells me that the two of you get along like peas and carrots. It tells me that the two of you are both on the same wavelength. You're on the same intelligence level. You have amazing conversations, like that kind of aspect. You both have this old school wisdom in you. And that is what drew you to each other. So, Joy, I think that it's not as hard as the two of you think it's going to be to overcome obstacles. Like, I promise. I promise. Okay? And I'm sorry that you are worried about this. I think the two of you sitting down and making a deal and having good conversation about these issues and about why they feel the way they feel and why you feel the way you feel, and allowing each other to actually speak and listen to the other one, and it's going to take both of you. That is what's going to make your marriage healthy. It's what's going to make your marriage happy, and it's what is going to make it last a long time. Okay? All right. All right. So my list, from the list that I'm working off of right now, the next ones are Kathy Mazel, Rebecca A, Tiffany C, and Valerie H. And then I'll move on to the other list, just so you guys know. All right, Miss Kathy. Why are we gonna fight? Just a general read, not health. You got it. You got it. That's too many. It's too many anchor cards. Okay. All right. If you haven't gotten a link yet, then I haven't done it yet, which means you're on the list for tonight. All right, Kathy. So you had an anchor card come out, and then two other anchor cards, and then three over here. So let's see. So you started off with Set, which is short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. Okay. And then here, the one underneath is Jeannie the Maid. This is humility, champion, disillusionment. Okay. And then on top of that, you have the Queen of Shadows, which is wrath, instability, and suspicion. Okay. Then you have union. navigation, and defense. Kathy been on edge. Kathy been on edge. Kathy been on edge. Kathy been on edge. Everything in these cards, from the anchor cards to these over here, everything is very pointy. Everything is very sharp. Like, like everybody in here is carrying something sharp. They're all carrying sharp shit. These are all pointy. There's no, tree of life, or there's some circles, but not a lot. But everything is very pointy and sharp. So this tells me that you've been really taking things personally lately. You've been on edge. And because the Union card came up, my question would be if you and your husband haven't been kind of like at each other. Not so much fighting, but just like, does that make sense? Like, which then makes everybody else around you. I would be willing to bet that there has been a lot of cranky people in your house lately. First of all, let me say this. A lot of people have been cranky. A lot of people have been cranky, myself included, because this full moon, the issue with Juno, the issue with Saturn, the issue with Uranus and Gemini, like all of these things, this has been a very intense week for looking at yourself, for looking at where you're going, for looking at where you've been, what you've been allowing to happen, like things like that. It's a very intense emotional week. It's a very intensive emotional week. So let me say this. Part of me wants to tell you to just go get some of the big, like, blow up boxing gloves and y'all just have a fun evening goofing off, not trying to hurt each other, but goofing off, But I know having boys, that turns bad really quickly, so maybe that's not the best thing. But you guys all need to find a way to get this aggression out. And I don't mean go play some video games. Video games might help if it's like Mortal Kombat or some shit. But you need to physically do something to get this aggression and this energy out. I don't know if y'all have a rage room anywhere by you where you can go break some shit or what. Everybody has pent up energy. Everybody has pent up anger. Like all of these emotions, the irritations, all of that is causing a lot of problems in your house right now, Kathy. The navigation card and the defense card. I'm going to give all of you a PSA. Your defenses need to be up. Your defenses need to be up. I don't think that everybody's attacking everybody. I don't. I legitimately just think that... What's up? Oh, he was the cutest dog. I'm not sure. You guys want to see the cutest dog? You want to see the cutest baby? Look at that. Is him not the cutest little fur thing?
That's happening right now as we speak.
Look at him's little face. Look at his little eyebrow.
Taking.
Will you send that to me?
Ago. Yes.
That is the most cutest picture of the bear. He's just the like hairiest, furry. I don't know. I just love him. But everyone needs their defenses up. Aunt Scarley said she loves you.
What?
Aunt Scarley said she loves you.
I love you, Scarley.
Everybody's saying hi, Kay.
Hi.
Y'all need to have your defenses up. What's funny is I really legitimately do not think, please don't get me wrong. There's always somebody sending some bad vibes your way. There it just is. It's just life. Whether it's your coworker or your mother-in-law or there's always somebody, right? But whatever is going on in the universe right now, and all of this shifting and moving and all of this other shit, my crazy ass self, you can't convince me that we haven't shifted timelines multiple times lately. But B, I've noticed some very, very weird shit going on. I have a Japanese Aurelia plant outside. And the main reason I got it, by the way, you guys are all going to want a Japanese Aurelia after I tell you this. Araila. They have these crazy big leaves. They're gorgeous. They are to knock evil away from your house. So like they are like, you know, I'm rubber, you're glue. Like that kind of, like they banish evil. Everyone needs one. Mine got some just literally overnight. There were ants all in it this morning when I went out there. A fuck ton of ants carrying the white pieces out of the potting soil. I was like, you little bitches, what are you doing? So I had to fix all that this morning. I have a friend who bought this gorgeous rosemary plant. It's been fine all year. Dead. Overnight. She was like, this was my plant yesterday, and this is it today. Just saying. Oh, there are a lot of other plants that do that. There's a reason I keep aloe in my house. There's a reason I keep ivy in my house. There's a lot of protective plants. Yeah. Well, these, I'm not quite sure that they were ants, Donna. I'm not quite sure that they were ants because when I showed Sass, I was like, what the fuck are these bugs? But anyway, my plant was drooping and wilting. I was like, what is going on? So I got it cleaned up and everything. But if y'all are a little planty plant witch, notice which ones of your plants have been taking hits lately. Notice which ones of your plants have been taking hits lately. I'm just saying. My opinion is that it's something with the universe, something with this shift, something with whatever the fuck's going on, whatever it is, you need to have your defenses up. I said that, Kathy, because I feel like you need to have your defenses up. In a place where you have, you know, your family has lived in this place for a while. It's not like you just brought someone new into the family. You've been married a while. Your kids are older, right? So it's not like new things just came in. So for you suddenly to have this animosity and this turmoil in your house is, I feel like this is uncharacteristic. With boys, you always have animosity. But I feel like this is uncharacteristic. Like you don't know what the hell is going on. A, defenses up. B, you've got to learn to re-navigate defensive and offensive aspects of your house of protection. There's a reason I've started re-adding stuff back to the website as far as products go. I am fantastic at protection. It is one of my fortes. And I feel like everybody needs it right now. I feel like everybody needs it right now, including you, Kathy. Not saying buy something from me, but I'm saying all of you need to be boosting your defenses and you need to be learning to navigate through the new shift, etc., etc., etc. I want to point out, Kathy, remember why you got married. Remember why you got married. Remember when you first met your husband. Remember your first date. In fact, if you guys have an album, sit down and look at it. Sit down and look at it. Don't do it, obviously, when the two of you are fighting or arguing or whatever. But just be like, hey, I would like to make a date. And we just sit down and look at some old pictures. Like, do that, right? Just some of the highlights. Just some of the highlights. But remember why the two of you met. Remember why the two of you went on a date. Remember why you fell in love with each other. Remember the day you got married. Remember when you see what I mean? Like, start there. Start there. Okay? The wrath, the anger, the instability, that will start to dissipate. I promise. The short-sightedness, all of those things will start to dissipate. Because right now, with everybody in your house having, you know, their little horns up, having their spikes up, no one is going to be able to let go of things. So by fixing your defenses, by fixing and learning to navigate, it's just like you've reached a different area of water out in the ocean, and now there are these big spiky things, and you just have to navigate through them. You guys should be looking at, I hope that makes sense, Kathy. I'm going to say this next part while I'm looking at who's next on this. You guys should be looking at your spiritual journey like an old school awesome fantasy map of the ocean, right? Every single movie, like Pirates of the Caribbean, whichever way you say it, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Lord of the Rings, Waterworld. Think about all these fantasy movies, right? That have this amazing map of the ocean. And there's all these cool places. Well, some places are very calm, right? Some places are very nice, they're very calm, etc. And as you learn to sail better, you are able to go into more and more intensive places, correct? But as you learn to go in those places, you also have to learn to navigate and have your defenses up. That's how you guys should be looking at your journey through spirituality. You're hitting a different place in the map of the ocean, and you have to learn how to navigate those things. Sometimes there are big old boulders with sirens on them, like trying to pull you over here. Sometimes there are crazy big old spiky rocks trying to rip your boat apart. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not always people that are throwing shit your way. Sometimes it literally is the universe. Just saying. All right. Rebecca A is next. Okay. Also, someone help me out here. This is just something that's been bothering me. Because there's a huge Mandela effect that has got me fucked up. Am I wrong? Or about 4 or 5 months ago, didn't Ozzy Osbourne pass away? Am I wrong? Because I seem to remember all kinds of stuff. I know that you guys were like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I legitimately remember seeing on the fucking news, like watching Sharon talk about it and everything. Like, not on social media, on the news, in my living room. Yeah, he's on tour. He just gave his final concert. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. I know he had a health scare a few years ago. Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know. See, some of you guys are from the same timeline. Look, we watched at work and a guy started tearing up, wore Ozzy. See? Okay. I know that like several years ago, there was a hoax that he had passed away. But like when I saw all the videos this week of him on his last tour, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wait, what is going on? So I don't know. Also, whose phone keeps making that weird sound? Did y'all hear that? My phone keeps making weird fucking sounds like that, and I don't know what it is. All right, let me read for Rebecca. Let's not get too far down the rabbit hole with shit. Let's not get too far down the rabbit hole with shit, because you guys know that I will. Yeah, this weird beeping and weird noises, it's pissing me off. Same timeline equals same frequency. Not always. Right, Angela? I never heard it until probably about 4 or 5 months ago. And now it just randomly does that. So, I don't know a lot of people that have had a neck or a back surgery, especially as they get older, that has made it to where the pain actually was better. And I hate that. I know younger people Like I have a cousin that's had a couple of neck surgeries and things like that. But yeah. All right. Rebecca, focus, Rebecca. All right. So you said just a general read. You just need to know what's going on. All right. So you start off with the Mother of Dawn, which is beauty and agency and compassion. And then you have wisdom. Oh. Before I ever turn these over. You are either having a lot of past life stuff come up, a lot of karmic stuff come up, or there's a lot of astral travel, Akashic records, like soul. There's a lot of soul things coming up. You've been working through some shit. You've been working through some shit, and now you're coming out on the other side of it. Okay. So these two cards in the middle, the one underneath is safe travel and grounding. Okay. Then over here, we have the Traveler, which is restlessness, independence, and appraisal. I find it funny that that one came out and y'all saw me shuffle. And good fortune. Okay. All right. Rebecca. I giggled because I said safe. The safe travel card came up after I said you've been doing some like astral travel, Akashic record shit. I think that you are coming out of the tunnel. You went down this crazy deep ass cave, rabbit hole, tunnel thing. And you felt like for a hot minute you got lost. This wasn't quite the void. It is the void, but it's not. But you were going through karmic stuff, past life stuff, Akashic records, traveling. Like, you had a lot of shit thrown at you repeatedly. To the point that I would bet you felt like you were going into a very, very deep depression. And you didn't know why. Because nothing had really, like, changed. There hadn't been a big thing that happened. And you were like, I don't know why I can't function. I can't get out of bed. Like, whatever it is. Now that you're coming out on this side, okay? Now that you're coming out of this, now is the time to the safe travel card. Let's talk about that first because that's what was on top. Now is the time for you to put, literally look at this like going bowling and putting the bumpers up, okay? See? You've gone through it. You've been going through all of this craziness for so long. Did you hear it? Tell me you heard it. Please tell me you heard it and then I'm not crazy. And even if I pull down and see what the alert is, there's not a fucking alert. It's pissing me off. Thank you. Thank you for, yeah. Yeah, it's like, bloop. I don't know what it is. It's pissing me off. I have no tracking things on my phone. There's nothing. Nothing. Yes. And there's no message. Okay. So, Rebecca, now that you're coming out on the other side, now is the time when you can put the bumpers back up. Okay? Now just practice your bowling with the bumpers up. This is the time for you to practice safe traveling on purpose. Don't try to astral travel on purpose. Don't try to do Akashic record work on purpose. Like, literally play it safe for a little bit. Because you just went through some intense, crazy, hard shit. Intense, crazy, hard shit. This is a time that you need to be re-grounding yourself. Because when we go through any type of anything that has to do with Akashic records, with past life, with any of that stuff, that is a level up. So when you level up, you have to relearn to re-ground. I see you over there on my crystals, Vlad. I have a love-hate relationship with this cat. You have to relearn to re-ground. Because when you have been through the ringer spiritually, that's a level up. So the groundings that you used to do, yes, they're going to help, but they're not going to completely ground you. Does that make sense? So let's say that when you first started your spiritual journey, you went outside, you put your feet in the grass all the time, and that worked perfect, right? You let all the shit go, and you could breathe, and it was great. You felt like a magical bitch, and you couldn't wait to do it the next day. Like, you know, every one of you knows exactly what I mean. When you start to level up, however, that doesn't always work, does it? So now you got to incorporate cleansing baths. You got to incorporate a lot more plants in your house. Oh no, plants. You got to incorporate like all these different things, right? Then you go through another shift and fuck, that shit doesn't work either, or doesn't work as well. So you start wearing different crystals. You start doing different things. You may even consider tattoos, like things like that. What people forget is you still have to practice the foundational aspects as well. Still have to go put your feet in the grass. Still have to take cleansing baths. I know you're like, wait, this is just so much shit piling on. Yeah. But you have to learn to level your grounding up along with yourself. Otherwise, it's just going to take a hot minute. It's just going to take a hot minute. You're never going to figure out your grounding. You're never going to figure out your safe travels, like things like that. So right now is the time, Rebecca, to be playing it safe. Right now is the time to enjoy the calm now that you have come out on this other side. Because of this. Because this is the fucking good fortune card, my friend. And this is the traveler, the keeper of the crossroads. You need to remember that you are a magical ass bitch. You are a magical bitch. This is the keeper of the fucking crossroads. I love this card. I love this card. Because it's appraisal. It's looking at where you've been and where you're going. It's restlessness, wanting more. It's independence. Who doesn't want independence? And then to have the good fortune card on top of it, you went through all of this stupid, crazy, dark shit to come out on the other side. Just saying. Oh, thank you, Luna girl. You went through all of that crazy, dark shit to come out on the other side. And I'm going to tell you this too. You are not alone. So many people went through a crazy, dark night of the soul that they're coming out of it now. So you're not alone. But now is the time for you to start regrounding yourself and all of that, because this good fortune is, I would bet it's already starting to happen. I don't think it's coming. I think it's already here. I think it's already here. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. Ooh, I can feel the shift. Can feel the shift. We have nasty weather moving in this weekend. And I just felt the pressure like all shifting here. Like it's dumb. It's dumb. All right, Tiffany C. Guidance on moving and hubby. What's up, Mike? How are you? Hey, awesome. I'm sorry you woke up with a terrible headache. Oh, there's 2 cards on your side and 2 cards on his side. Okay. So most of my reads for tonight are catch-up reads. Girl, why are you overwhelmed? Why are you overwhelmed? Most of my reads for tonight are going to be catching up on my list from the other day. Tomorrow I start past life reads. Just saying. All right, Tiffany. First of all, there's a lot of cards. A lot of cards. 2 anchor cards on your side, 2 anchor cards on his side, then 2 here, 1 here. Girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. This is like an overwhelming a lot. So let's see what's going on. On your side, the card underneath is the Forgotten Adversary. This is Sorrow, Lost Valor, and Serendipity. Which, two things. I haven't even turned the other card over, but seeing that this is underneath tells me that you are one of those people that has a melancholy in there that sometimes you can't even explain why you feel this melancholy. Like everything can be great, but you still have this little melancholy in there. But we're going to talk about this again here in a minute. And then you have Set, which is short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. I don't think you're a narcissist, so please don't think that. But sometimes we get horse blinders when we get ambition to do something. I do it really bad. Hubby. This is the card that's underneath. And this is wrath, instability, and suspicion. So this, coupled with the melancholy that you've been feeling, clash repeatedly. Am I right? On top, he has the Poet of Avalon, which is fame and stagnation and pride. He's not going to admit he's sorry. I just want you to know right now. He's not going to admit he's sorry. Oh, the two of you are clashing hardcore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I also want to point this out. Both of your cards have yellows, orange, reds. In other words, you're motivated, you're ready to do things, you want to go forward and so on. And his cards are, I mean, there's a little yellow up here, but they're blues, they're greens, they're cooler colors. He's like mentally stuck right now. He can't move forward. I see why the two of you are clashing so bad. Okay. I haven't even turned the other cards over. I'm like, okay. You have goals. You have ideas. You are ready to move forward, move past shit, problems with money, problems with how, like you're ready to move forward and he is stuck. I'm going to reiterate again. He's not going to say he's sorry. So if you're waiting for that's probably not going to happen for a hot minute. So let's look at your cards over here on this side. So the bottom card is let go. I'm sorry. I find that funny that I just said he's not going to apologize right now. The card on top is Destiny. Of course it is. Of course it is. His card is Resilience. He'll come around. He will. The Resilience card, he will come around. I'm about to turn these two cards over in the middle, but I want to talk about these two first. Y'all are in different headspaces at the moment. And being that you have the Let Go card and the Destiny card right there, you asked for guidance on moving. My quick answer is going to be yes. Move. Go. But I see that the two of you are on such different levels and such different playing fields right now. And it's not even just like this, like it's like you're in space up here and doing these things and he's still on Earth, like those kind of things, right? It's not levels, but it is. I don't know how else to explain it. You're in different mindsets. You're looking at different things in life. Like everything is just off. I'm going to advise you with this because of the cards you have over here, because of the ambition, because of the Destiny card, because of the, appraisal, the independence, those things. I am going to say, I need you, but I don't need you to do anything. I am going to advise you to really take a look at this ambition. Take a look at what you want versus what you have. Take a look at, and I'm not saying either one is right or either one is wrong, okay? Like literally look at it from a very neutral standpoint. Try to take all the emotion out of it. Be very, very logical, like Spock from Star Trek with it. Well, right now I have a house. The house has problems, needs a new bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, be very, very logical with it. Okay? Ambition, ideas, happiness, marriage, relationships, money, all of those things are on different levels and different playing fields. Sometimes your ambition and your goals and where destiny is trying to take you is the same as someone else, and sometimes it's not. And I have a feeling that I keep taking a deep breath to try to be like, because I think that this is something that's been weighing on you for a hot minute. I'm going to turn these 2 cards over and we're going to go from there. So this one's underneath. Magical power. And the one on top is learn the truth. Have you spoken with your guides, with your own divination tools, with everything? Because I think that you need to learn the truth about why your destiny is pushing you to do the things. There's something really specific. The fact that you got the destiny card and the ambition card, there's something very specific. Very specific. That is pushing you forward. I think that this might be the underlying reason why the hubby is putting his feet in the dirt and not wanting to move. He feels that you have something important to do, and he's worried that it's going to be without him. I think he needs reassurance. I think that the reason that the 2 of you have been clashing so hard is because he feels all of this intense action and movement and so on, and he's feeling left out. I would advise finding somebody to do an Akashic record reading for you. Told you he hasn't liked you for years and doesn't like who I am now. Okay. I understand that on a very deep level. I do. Story time. Before I got divorced, I gave up 2 very lucrative careers to stay married. 2 very lucrative careers to stay married. Knowing what I know now, would I do it the same? I would like to say no, I would do something different, but also knowing what I know now, I probably would do it the same to be where I'm at right now. Because I really like myself. I really like my job. I like my life right now. You need to make a decision for you. I was told repeatedly that same thing. That they didn't like who I was becoming. They didn't like who I was. They didn't like, whatever this change was, this shift was. But it was the natural evolution of me, just like this is the natural evolution of you. If there's not somebody that has an outside influence on you, if there's not somebody that's like, you have to do this or else. If this is you, if this is your growth, if this is your change, if this is your shift and your destiny, and it is, you literally have the destiny card over here and the let go card underneath it. If I had stayed where I was, I would never have got on TikTok. I mean, I might have, just to watch videos. I'm just saying. I knew that me moving forward for me was right for me. The only person that can make that decision for you is you. But again, I'm going to point out, you have the destiny card, the let go card, the ambition card, the serendipity card. You have all of these things pushing you forward. He has all of the cards of being in this place right here, right now. I think that you need to learn the truth about you. And you need to take a hard look at, and I say hard because it's hard. You need to take a look at what Tiffany wants. What Tiffany wants. And then you need to realize that that is where your magical power lies. That is where your magical power lies. Sometimes it's just literally taking that first step and saying, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to do this for me. I started doing things for me. I've always been in this realm, right? I grew up doing this stuff. I grew up with, like, my parents let me buy my first tarot cards when I was like 9. You know, like, I grew up doing this stuff. But I put it on the back burner because he didn't like it. When I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to do this for me because I like this shit. That's when my life started to change. And I had to have some hard talks with myself about, well, if you keep doing this, then he's still not going to like it. I did it in secret, you know, things like that. I think that we're told way too often that we have to be a certain way, that we have to be this or this or this or this. We have to be the princess that needs the knight in shining armor to come and save them. But what's funny is, and this has come up repeatedly over the last few days, is the theme of the matriarchal society. And now listen to me before you guys start being like, wait. In matriarchal societies, that used to be the norm. That used to be the norm. Most pagan societies, most ancient societies, they had a matriarchal society. People will grab power however they can. And if it is sticking their feet in the ground and saying, I'm not going to move, that is a power grab. That is a power grab. And I want you guys to remember that. So when let's say that you were to get a job offer that offered you your dream job, an amazing salary, amazing benefits, in an amazing place, and they would pay for you to move. You would want to take that bitch in a heartbeat, right? But most people would go and talk to their spouse first. If the spouse goes, absolutely not, you'd make more than me. I've had that happen. Are you still going to take the job or not? I want you to think about that. If somebody came to you right now and they said, here's your dream job, I'm going to pay for you to move. There's amazing benefits. There's an amazing salary in a place that's fucking amazing. All the things, right? And the person that you are with put their foot down and said, you can't go because you'd make more than me, or we'd have to move away from my shit. What would you do? What would you do? I tell people this all the time, and this is a very hard thing. This is a hard realization, and I can say it all day long, but until you guys come to this realization, it's never going to hit how it needs to hit. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You only can help someone as much as they want to help themselves. And not everyone is meant to go with you on every step of the path. Sometimes it may take you leaving for someone to realize what they had or what they want. And sometimes they realize it too late, and it is what it is. So, I just want you guys to think about that. It is not a decision that I would ever advise having somebody make for you. You need to make this decision. You need to make this decision for you. Okay? I think the reason that this layout is like this is because all of the things that you needed to know about you, that yes, this ambition, this drive, all of these things are pushing you forward. That yes, this is a destiny aspect of moving forward. I would bet that whatever it is you've been considering has been a constant theme throughout your life to try to get you to do this thing, right? That yes, you are a magical motherfucker, and that yes, you need to learn the truth about you. I think all of those are confirmation, and they're things you needed to hear. I think you have all of the information that you need to be able to make a solid decision for you. And here's the thing. Some people, when you make the decision, are never, ever, ever going to accept that you made the decision on yourself, by yourself. It's going to be your friends. It's going to be your family. It's going to be your coworkers. It's going to be someone on TikTok. They're never, ever, ever going to think that you made this decision on yourself. So yeah. If you put your feet in the grass and cried, and if you were able to take a deep breath, then I think you already know the answer. I think you already know the answer. I'm just saying. No matter what you decide, I hope you know that everybody here in this community, the little Bodhi community here, almost everybody here has been through this. And you are welcome to come and hang out, even if you don't say anything at all and you just need to sit and listen. Because a lot of times I'm stupid and it's great. I'm just saying. Just saying. See? That's what a lot of people do. Just saying. See? Everybody has your back, Tiffany. So I'm not going to say don't stress because because that's a big life decision. But just know that you have plenty of people on your side. Just know that you have plenty of people on your side. Okay? No matter what you decide. It's really funny. As I'm drawing for Valerie H. Ooh, is this... I can't with the flies and the ants this year. I'm so done. I'm so done. I can't. Yeah. When I was younger, high school, I used to, let me not draw anymore because that card already told me that I need to focus on Valerie. I used to not understand, well, why does that person stay with them if they're obviously abusive or they're obviously hateful or, whatever. Because you don't get that instant like that. You don't. People fall in love all the time. And at first, those people are not like that. So you don't see it. because it's just a gradual thing. It's just like your hair growing out. So I just shaved my sides the other day, right? And when they start to grow out, I get irritated. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I gotta go shave them off, But once they get past a certain point, you don't pay attention to how long they're getting until suddenly they are tickling you and you're like, ah. My kid and I were talking about hair earlier and that she thinks her hair's not growing, but it is. I can see it. I didn't realize how long my hair had gotten until I started catching it in the waistband of my pants. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I knew I needed to trim it. But the point is, you see this on a daily basis. So you don't realize these things are going on. I never understood that until I had lived through it twice. So when people say, well, why don't you just leave then? Sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes you need that one aha moment. You need that straw that broke the camel's back. Sometimes it's not the big thing that makes you want to leave. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's some little tiny thing afterward that's just, and that's done. I'm done. No one can ever make that decision for you. No one can ever make that decision for you. You have to make it on your own. It's part of your growth. It's part of the test that you're under. It's part of all of that. Fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Especially if you've been married for any length of time, if there are pets, if there are kids, if there is stuff. But I want to tell you guys this. Your kids will be okay. Your pets will be okay. And all of the rest of the stuff is just stuff. Just stuff. Just shit. One of the main reasons that I stayed in the marriage I was in as long as I did is because I had my dream house. I loved this house. I was prepared to go pass away in this house. Like, I loved this house. It was my dream house. I had all my shit there, right? So I stayed for a long time because I didn't want to give up my house. And then I had an epiphany one day where I was like, it's just a fucking house. It's just shit. I live in a nicer house now than I ever have in my life. Because I did what was best for me. I busted my ass. I drive a nicer car than I have ever driven in my life. And I've driven some nice cars. I've driven some nice cars. Because I did what was right for me. Did I have to give up a lot of shit? Yes. I had to walk away from financial stability. I had to walk away from a big, huge house, my dream house out in the country. I had to walk away from all of the stuff, all of it. I had to literally walk away from everything to lose everything. And now I have more shit than I know what to do with. And just so you guys know, over the next 2 months, there's going to be a lot of shit on the website. That's my personal shit. That now that I'm unboxing shit, I'm like, when the fuck did I buy this? Just so you know. Just so you know. You can replace shit. The bottom line of that is you can replace shit. You cannot replace you. You cannot replace your health. But you can replace shit. When I got divorced, I barely was able to take anything out of the house. Since then, I went from a 3-bedroom condo with Brody and Kirsten, both having their own bedrooms. I had to buy new beds for everybody. Like, I had a futon as a couch. I barely had anything. I have a very large house. It's over 4,000 square feet. It is crammed to the fucking gills. I just bought a 10,000 square foot building. I have storage units full of stuff. I have so much shit. So much shit. You can replace shit, I promise. Don't stay for the shit. Don't stay for the shit. Sometimes the freedom and just being able to breathe at night without the stress is far more valuable than any shit you could ever buy. If you went and looked at a new place and that's the first time that you've been able to breathe, to take a deep breath and let go and cry, then you already know the answer. You already know the answer. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Sometimes sleeping in the middle of the bed, full starfish style, is exactly what you need. I'm just saying. It's exactly what you need. Sometimes being able to take a long shower and use up every bit of the fucking hot water is exactly what you need. Sometimes being so fucking broke that you barely can afford a pack of ramen noodles, but you know that you can go to sleep and not have anybody on your ass or bitching at you for anything. You can watch whatever the fuck you want to watch on TV while you're eating those ramen noodles. Sometimes that is every bit of inner peace that you ever needed in your life. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I'm going to tell you guys something else. If you think that you can't do it, you can. You can. You 100% can. I promise. Whenever I left, my ex-husband, I got railroaded by the good old boy system. And I could not do the thing that I had been doing to make money. I couldn't write. I've been a writer since 1996. I couldn't use the pen name that I was using because of just bullshit. So I had to figure out a way to make ends meet. So I went back to bartending. I used to bartend when I was younger. I'm really fucking good at it, even though I don't drink. So I went back to bartending. I waited tables. I drove Uber. And I still did all of this stuff. I did this as a full-time job and kept those other two like when I didn't want to be at home because I didn't want to sit there and look at my sad, lonely little apartment, I went and drove Uber. I worked 3 jobs. Were there nights that were terrible? Yes. Were there nights that I cried myself to sleep? Yes. Were there days that I was like, why am I even bothering? Yes. Were there days that I thought, maybe I should just go back? Yes. Did I? Nope. Nope. I made myself be single for over a year. I put myself in therapy. I took off on random drives just to clear my head. When you think that you can't do it, I promise that you can. I promise that you can. There was a time during the divorce that I had that was so horrendous that I was like, I don't need to be here anymore. I'm just a burden to everybody. Like, I also was having those things fed to me constantly as they had been fed to me constantly for 10 years. And I had a moment of clarity that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Because in the height of thinking about that I just didn't need to be here anymore. Because I didn't have a friend group. I didn't have a solid friend group. I didn't have people that would... I know I did. Like, does that make sense? I know I did. But I didn't want to hear, well, we told you to leave years ago. Or, when can you pay me back this $20? I didn't need to hear that. I needed in the moment. I needed help. And I didn't have anybody that I could reach out to. But in the moment, I remembered that I had 2 kids. And that they needed me more than anything. Every one of you has one thing that will make you stop and think about something. Whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whether it's a kid, family, your car, whatever, right? There's always one thing that's going to make you just kind of pause and stop and think. There's a reason that I always make sure that my live streams are a place where you guys can come and hang out. Because there are a lot of people going through really massive, hard decisions right now in life. There are always people going through hard decisions. It doesn't matter what year it is or month. There are always people going through hard decisions. There are always people that don't have a friend group. There are always people that don't have anybody that they could count on, that they could call and say, hey, I'm really struggling mentally right now. Can we just sit on the phone and listen to cartoons? Or, dude, my ex just cleaned out my bank account and I don't even have $20 for gas or for diapers. I've been there. Some people don't have that. I may not be able to give you $20 for gas and diapers, but I can be here. I can be here. And I can just sit and talk. And even if you don't say a thing in my live streams, I'm here. I'm here. And I don't ever want anybody, like, I'm going to make myself cry. I don't ever want anybody to feel like they don't have anyone, because you do, I promise. We may never ever meet in person, but I'm here. I'm here. My mods are here. This whole community that we've built is here. I don't ever want you guys to feel like you don't have somebody. Ever. Even if you just need somebody to be like, that dude's a bitch. Take off, bitch. Even if you just need that. Even if you just need somebody to be like, bitch, you look fantastic. Put on the shoes and go do the thing. Or if you need somebody to just be like, honey, I will sit here with you. We're here. I had somebody ask me the other day, and I'm not going to lie, like when I got this last little ban because somebody kept mass reporting me, it hurt my feelings. And that's why I didn't get on my other account and be live, because I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. Like, I kill myself to be on live streams, so many days a week. I kill myself over it. It's fucking crap, right? And then I went to an event. And at this event, I've told you guys this. There's a reason I'm telling you this. At this event, I had 2 different people book appointments and come to see me. And both of them cried and said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. That is really, really heavy in a great way. In a great way. They're not the only people that have said that to me, but in that moment, I needed to hear that. And there was someone else that came, a family, their daughter is a big follower of mine, like wanted to come and meet me, and they came that evening. They came to that event, and they had the cutest family, I'm not gonna lie, the cutest family. I gave the girls all matching bracelets. I gave the son, I let him pick out some rocks for his pocket, because everybody needs pocket rocks. And I just watched them as they walked around a little bit and so on. And I asked if they were staying for the investigation that night. And they said, well, I don't know. They kind of, I don't know. Well, at $50 a pop, 6, 7 people, that gets expensive, right? If you had to buy 6 tickets at $50 a pop, that's $300. That's a car payment. That's electric bills. That's food. That's a lot of money. So I said, you know what? I'll tell you what. I will put you guys on the list as my guests. And I did. And they came back up and they walked around and investigated and hung out with us the entire night that I was there. And that is why I do what I do. That is why I do what I do. So if you guys ever think that you don't have anybody, you do. You do. This whole little group of weirdos right here. This whole little group of weirdos right here. So if you guys ever feel like you don't have anybody, I promise you, you do. I promise you, you do. I didn't tell you guys that to make you go, oh, you're such a good... It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that the reason I'm live so much is so every one of you guys has someone that you know you can count on. I may be pissy. I may be cranky. I may be upset. I may be too hyper. My sugar may be high, whatever, but I will show up, I promise. I promise I will show up. Okay? I promise I will show up. Even when I ain't here anymore, I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be here. Can't get rid of the godmother and magic that easy. But I want you guys to know that there's always, 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 always going to be a space here for you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've been through. There will always be a space here for you. Okay? So make the hard decision. Make the hard decision for your mental health, for your physical health, for your emotional health, for your spiritual health, for your destiny, for your fate, for your peace. Okay? Make the decisions. Do the things. I got you. Everybody else here has got you. I promise. You can do it. I know you can. I love you, bitches. I love you, bitches. I'm just saying. Okay? Now we got to do something funny because that was deep and heavy. Now we got to do funny shit. I'm just saying. I also have to pee really bad. So there you go. You're welcome for that. So yeah. I was watching the comments when I see that several of you were like, I needed to hear that. Several of us needed to have that. I was watching the comments. I saw you. I see you. I was watching the comments. Just saying. It's like magic. I knew you needed to hear it. I knew you needed to hear it. So yeah. Don't ever think you don't have somebody, guys, okay? Don't ever think you don't have somebody. 'Cause you're stuck with me. I'm just saying. You're stuck with me, bitches. Yeah. This where Spirit woke me up from a nap to hear it. Aw. I'm not a good nap person. Like, I wake up. If I can't wake up on my own, and even sometimes if I do wake up on my own after a nap, I'm not a good nap person. I'm an asshole. I am. And I'm sorry if I made your eyes do leaky leak things. Sorry if I made your eyes do leaky leak things. I almost made my own eyes do leaky leak things. So there you go. All right, Valerie H. Let me do this one, and this finishes these reads that I need to make up the other day, and then we're gonna have an intermission because I've been drinking a ton of water today because it's hot as fuck, and I need to go to the pee-pee. I need to go pee-pee. All right, so Valerie has a really interesting question. You got all discombobulated. Oh, thank you, Mr. Don. Valerie has a really deep question and then wants to throw cards. Oh, do y'all see that right there? See all that right there? Remember when someone said that I should have cuttings of my favorite plants and my IVs and stuff like that? Y'all see that right there? Just saying. Took a whole bunch of cuttings over the last few days. I have money tree plants right there. I have wandering purple plants right there. I have Swiss cheese ivy. I have other ivy. I have all of that. I'm just saying. They'll be available next week. They'll be available next week. I even got all of the little things to ship them. Just saying. All right. I do. I have 2 moons. I have 2 moons. They have been there for over a year. Over a year. Yeah. I just moved a bunch of boxes in my living room because I'm getting ready to move, so don't judge. But yeah, so see that one and that one, those are money trees. That is Clyde and that is Bonnie, and I bought them here. I bought them when I opened the shop. And now Clyde is, when he stands up straight. Right now he's not standing up straight. When I bought them, they were like this big. And now Clyde is almost 8 feet tall. So this is a cutting that this is a baby. So yeah. Yeah. It's a Bonnie and Clyde baby. But they get humongous. So when we get moved up to the church and they have big planters built, then they're going to get really big bitches. Just saying. But yeah. And then here, I'll show you guys. These are wandering purple plants. Some of you guys know the actual name, and I don't want to say it on here and get in trouble. But when they're in the sunlight, they get super purple, right? And then, let go, let go, let go. I'll put you right back. I'll put you right back. Swiss cheese ivy. This one got a little too much sun. And that's why I trimmed it back. It was getting a little too much sun. But yeah, Swiss cheese ivy. Looks like that. That one's almost got a happy little alien face in it. I love these. I love these. I have these all over my house. Like you can see where it got a little ouchies, but look, it's doing really good now. So yeah, I have babies all over the place. Babies all over the place. So yeah. All right. Valerie has a really intense question. Are they safe around pets? You know, I don't know on money trees. Mine don't bother them. I have mine in a big planter. I have little dogs, so they can't get to them. And Vlad was getting in the planters. I put rocks in there. He doesn't get in there anymore. But yeah. Ivies pretty much are safe. Don't quote me on all ivies, but they're pretty much safe. I haven't taken cuttings from, hold on a minute here. I haven't taken cuttings from her yet. Don't look at my dirty kitchen. But this won't let me zoom in. Why can't I zoom in? But she goes all the way up there and all the way over there. So that is Medusa. I bought her when I first opened the shop as well. And she was this little tiny plant and her little legs were this long. And now the leg over there is almost 16 feet long. So I will be taking cuttings off of her because she's got 8 sticking out the top. I love her. I love her. She's my bitch. I love her. She has some, I don't even know. She's got one leg over here that might be 15 or 16 feet. So yeah. My mom always had ivy growing up. So did my grandma. My mom had one growing up named Charlie. Yeah, his name was Charlie. I had a Charlie baby for a long time. And my ex-husband killed it. We will have gnomes everywhere. I can't wait. And being in a big church, gnomes everywhere. All right. All right. Let me. Valerie H. Ready? Valerie has a very interesting question. Is my husband who passed away the reason for the most recent events? When I was shuffling, the first card that came out was this, the Poet of Avalon, which is fame and stagnation and pride. So immediately my answer is going to be yes, because this is based off of Shakespeare. Shakespeare loved attention, and this card is all about fame, being recognized. So my immediate answer is going to be yes. And then when I was shuffling for another card, Nyx came out. This is the one that flung in the floor that I had to get. This is Nyx, and this is the Secrets card. So now I want to know what events, but we're gonna draw a little more, and then we're gonna take an intermission. Equilibrium, navigation, defense, good fortune. All right, hear me out. Yes, he is the one that is causing the recent events. No, you don't get to know why, but you kind of do at the same time. There's a reason that your own divination tools aren't telling you, and there's a reason that he is not telling you that he is the one doing the things. But he is. The Equilibrium card. Part of the reason that he is doing these things is because you're gaining your footing back. Does that make sense? Like, you're gaining your footing back. Right now, it's still a little off kilter. You're gaining your footing back. Also, there is a really, I'm going to say, it's almost like there's a point in the river coming up that's rapids. That's rapids. That's coming up. Thank you. I hate this fucking refrigerator. The other thing is this, the defense card. The defense card. He's doing this at your defense. I don't know what the hell is going on, but these events are coming up as a defensive mechanism for you. And I want to say this because I feel like there's some frustration, and I feel like on your part, there's some frustration, there's some irritation, like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? Etc. When you pass away, you're privy to so much information, so many layers of information that you're not privy to when you're here. And so there's a lot of things that when you're here in a human meat sack, A, your brain can't comprehend some of the things, and B, if you knew all the things, then your human meat sack might just not do anything because it already knows all the things. So why would you need to do it? He's doing this for your protection, basically. Because these rapids that are coming up, you need to be able to navigate these rapids with ease. Like, you need to be able to have a good tour guide, a good, river guide to get you through the rapids without things happening. He's doing this so you have I want to say backwoods defense mechanism. I don't know how else to say it, but that, like, he's got your back still, and he's doing this as like a defensive aspect for you because of this good fortune card. He can already see what's coming ahead for you. He can already see what you have to go through to get there. He can already see the steps you need to take, and he can see who doesn't need to be in your fucking space. He can see who doesn't need to be around you. He can see where you don't need to live and where you do. And it's not like he has this power over you to make this happen. But I feel like because these cards here and because this is the good fortune card, I feel like there's a karmic bond with the two of you, maybe even a karmic promise or a karmic contract on his end to take care of you, to protect you. And that's why he's doing this still. He also still loves you, just so you know. He still loves you. May not have shown it very well while he was here, but he still loves you. So he can see all of these things. He 100% is one of your spirit guides right now. I don't think he's always going to be, but I think you're stuck with him for the next 5 years. He's always going to be around for the next 5 years, just to kind of help you navigate where you need to be, if that makes sense. So yes, short answer is yes, he is the reason for the most recent events. And it is because he can see all of the things going on, and he's trying to make sure that you succeed and you have what you want moving forward. Okay? Does that make sense? I don't know if Valerie is here or not, but I hope that makes sense. All right. Now I'm going to start on the what do you need to know list from the 3rd. And there are 8 people on that list. So we are going to take a quick break because I got to go pee-pee. Y'all have me all night. And if I look like I'm going to get done with my list, which I actually might, then I'll throw up some new ones for tonight. So I'm going to run to the potty real quick. And then I'll be back and we'll do some things and some stuff. But we are going to put this down because this sun is fixing to get really gross. Really gross. Oh, also, you guys got to see this. I'm so proud of her. This is a Thanksgiving cactus, not a Christmas cactus. It's a Thanksgiving cactus. And you can tell because it looks like little crabs. See how it looks like little crabs? But look at the little baby leaves. She's growing again. Look at all that. It makes me so happy. You're welcome. I just wanted to show you. But yeah, I got this the very first Christmas I had the shop, and look how big her is. Look at little baby leaves. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I think we just need to have a plant show and tell day, but I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back. So this is your intermission. If you need to go pee, go pee. Y'all get tank top Bodie all the time lately because it's hot as fuck. It's hot as fuck. All right. All right. So let's see here. So now I have Angela, Christina R, Karina, Laura, Lauren, Macey, Norma, and Tammy. Plus, you get to see my badass tattoos. Just saying. I get really self-conscious. I don't know. I'm just really self-conscious. I guess because some of y'all will understand this. I was called FAT for so long by, you know, both of my ex-husbands. And so I'm really self-conscious. Doesn't seem like I would be, but I really am. Really am. But I also spent like $3,000 on my sleeves. So I like showing them off. So I like showing them off. So yeah. I am going to say the best compliment that I have gotten on my tattoos so far was from my tattoo artist's girlfriend. I love Boba. That's from my tattoo artist girlfriend. And this girl has some of the most gorgeous biomechanical tattoos. Like literally, chin down. He has tattooed a lot. By the way, if y'all ever want somebody that does biomechanical tattoos, Jay is your dude. Travel to Oklahoma, Jay is your dude. Or catch him when he's doing a guest spot somewhere. But anyway, her tattoos are just phenomenal, right? So when I did these, when I did my shoulder caps, right? She said, oh my God, those are the coolest fucking things I've seen. And now I want them. And I can't have them because I'm already tattooed. So that was the best compliment I could have ever gotten. These are my favorite things. I love them. I really do. I love them. I love them. So yeah, I love them. By the way, I'm working with Jay to see if he can come out in September. And if this works good in September, then I'll have him come out also next spring, because I can just tattoo, I can just Sharpie a sigil on you and he can go bzzz right there. Bitches. Just saying. So yeah. I might actually, like, we might try to do that a couple of times. And then for those of you guys that are in like Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and you want one, I can always organize an event at Jay's shop. Then I can just do your thing and you can book your appointment with him. All right. Yep. Because these, he can knock out really quick. As long as I don't draw them really big. But yeah. So September will be Pennsylvania. And then if it's that big of a thing and you guys would like to do an event here in Edmond, I know that Jay and a couple other people in his shop would be down. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right. Angelo just wants to know if she's on the right path. Did I just have my deck upside down? No. Good. All right. I love Boba. All right, Angie. Well, you have, am I on the right path? And are things going to get better? The short answer is yes, because where you are right now is the Leper King. And this is bravery, faith, and self-discipline. Bravery, faith, and self-discipline. As much as we don't want to be disciplined, self-discipline is what pushes you forward. It is. It's what pushes you forward. You have to have self-discipline. You have to have self-discipline. Can I fix the glare in the back? No. That is the shade down. Normally I would be upstairs in my office, but I haven't had air up there for days, and it is currently 95 degrees up there. So I'm sorry there's a glare. The sun eventually will go down here in a minute, but I'm sorry there's a glare. But it is what it is for right now. So, are you on the right path? Yes. Like, yes. You have decided to be on the right path, and you are making sure that you have the self-discipline and the bravery to move forward. I shit you not, you then have the confidence card. Because of course you do. Because of course you do. Navigation. Growth of energy. Girl, I'm just going to tell you right now, you've already been getting all the signs, but you just needed the confirmation. This is when I say you can't make this shit up. What card do y'all think this is? She wants to know if she's on the right path, and she has self-discipline and faith and bravery. She has confidence. She has navigation, and she has growth of energy. For those of you guys that have watched me read with this deck long enough, y'all watched me shuffle. What card do you think this is? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. The Golden Empress. Angie, quit questioning if you're on the right path, because you know you are. You know you are. You can't make this up. I'm glad that I shuffle where you guys can see on purpose. You can't make this up. You've made the hard decisions already, Miss Angie. You've made the hard decisions. Not only have you made the hard decisions, but you have decided that you're going to make sure that you have the self-discipline to keep moving forward. And because of that, that's going to gain you nothing but confidence. All of the confidence. Because when you have faith in yourself, when you have that self-discipline and that bravery to make the hard decisions, then guess what? You start to have confidence. Your confidence starts to grow like crazy. And then guess what? You learn to navigate bullshit. You learn to sidestep bullshit really, really quickly. Oh, and then guess what? When you sidestep bullshit and you don't have to worry about bullshit creeping into your life, then you have this crazy ass growth of energy. And when you have the crazy ass growth of energy, then you can do anything because you're fucking magnetic. Because people that have an insane amount of energy are magnetic. Are magnetic. The Golden Empress is confidence. It's magnetism. It's basically everything you want. And you can't make this shit up. I also want you to notice this. Circles. 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 Circle. So right now, you feel like you're in a place where things are too fluid, where everything is moving in and out and so on. But all it is you going full circle and you moving forward. Just don't forget that self-discipline. Don't forget that self-discipline. And you guys all know that if you really and truly want something, you will make sure it happens, right? If you really, 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 really want that new car, that house, that job, whatever, you'll make it happen, right? You'll have the self-discipline to make it happen. Am I right? I'm just saying. I love that that's the Golden Empress card. So yes, Angie, you're on the right path. Yes, your life is developing how it needs to. And yes, everything will get exponentially better for you. Exponentially better for you. But don't lose that self-discipline. Don't lose that self-discipline. That's what gets you here. A lot of times, this is one thing In fact, Misty and I were chatting earlier today via text, back and forth. One of the things that I really, really dislike about witch talk is that there are people that do workings that can't even figure that out for themselves. And I want you guys to look at it in that way. Why would you have somebody do a love working for you when in 3 months they've already moved in and out of 4 people's apartment? They've been married 7 times. Why would you have that person do a love working for you? Why would you have someone do a house working for you to get you the right house and they've been evicted twice in 6 months? Do you see what I'm saying? Why would you have someone do a money and a manifestation working for you when they are constantly on here begging for money? Do you see what I'm saying? Think. Every witch has a strong suit. Every witch has a strong suit. Every witch also has things that they're not good at. You can't be good at everything. I'm sorry. You can be kind of good at everything, but you can't be an expert in everything. You can't. I've tried. You can't. You can't. And somebody else is going, well, I can't. You can't. This is why when you get a doctorate, when you become a doctor, you have a specialty. You're either in general medicine, which means you're a little bit good at everything, but not an expert really in anything, or you become a specialist where you're really, really good in one thing. You would not go to a heart surgeon to have a problem with your foot looked at, would you? Or vice versa. You wouldn't go to a foot doctor to have your heart looked at, right? The same thing goes for witches. The other thing is this. Those of you guys that are newer to the practice, if you have no self-discipline, then don't expect anything to work. If you don't even have the self-discipline to get your ass up and go to the store and buy a lottery ticket, how are you going to expect to win the lottery? Think, McFly, think. Okay? You can't just expect the lottery to choose you and put $40 million in your bank account if you can't even get your ass up to go buy the lottery ticket. You have to have the want to, you have to have the drive, and you have to have the self-discipline. Self-discipline is the key to everything in life. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. When you're really excited about something, a vacation, your day off, a cool day at work or whatever, when you're really excited about something, you get up really fucking early and you make sure you look tip top before you go, right? Self-discipline, right? Because you really want that thing. I don't know if Kami is here or not. Kami said, anything the universe wants to tell me, I'm getting married. Well, first of all, fucking congratulations. I know that you've been a follower of mine for a while. And then, boom, you're getting married. I love that. I love that. A, I'm proud of you. B, I'm happy for you. Girl, go get it. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. I just keep looking at those words. I'm getting married. I'm so excited for you. So what does the universe want to tell you? All right. That just makes me beyond happy. Well, hello in Perkins. That just makes me beyond happy, Kami. It does. Because you've been following me for a while. And I know some of the struggles you've been through. And to, I guess. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Better you than me. Sorry, I can't help it. I can't help it. I've really been thinking about that a lot, and I think that some of you guys need to hear this too. Every now and then I get dumb, and I think that I want to get on like Bumble or something like that. I don't get on Tinder anymore. I do when I need a good laugh, right? Because that's always funny. But I get stupid every now and then. I get on Bumble, and then I start talking to somebody, and I'm like, I don't really want to date though. I don't even really want to talk to you now. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. You guys don't ever feel like you have to be in a relationship. You don't. The world pushes on us that we need to have somebody, and you don't. You don't. I am super fucking happy with my life the way it is. I really and truly am. And the longer I'm single, the more happy I am. Just saying, the more happy I am. So you don't have to be with someone. You don't have to have a spouse. You don't have to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't have to have a significant other. You don't have to even be dating. However, it doesn't mean anything for people that want that. I'm just saying. I think it's fantastic that Kami is getting married. I think it's fantastic that she has found somebody that makes her happy. Just because I've read for her a lot and I know some of the struggles she's been through. This makes me so fucking happy for her. Beyond happy for her. I love it. Beyond happy for her. All right. What does the universe want you to know? The Red Shepherd. Just reward. Is this where I say you can't make this shit up? Because I just said I know some of the struggles that she's been through. Just reward. Just reward. I can't with these cards today. I can't with them. Mindfulness. Leadership. 2 cards. The bottom one is cut ties. And the top one, ooh, overcome fear. And then Thanatos, which is completion, support, and expediency. My friend. Let me say this, Kami. I think that you have finally found your stride in life. I think that you have finally found your stride in life. You finally finding your stride in life is exactly what this just reward has brought up. This just reward is because you finally found what makes you happy. You finally found your space, your lane, your stride, and you've hit it. I love that the mindfulness card came up because I think that all of this is reminding you to be very mindful of your path. Be very mindful of what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're being. Does that make sense? This leadership card is interesting. I think that this is both in a job aspect and also in your private life. Friends, people around you. People around you are seeing this amazing change and shift and growth that you've gone through. From being very down and, having a lot of things going on and constantly overwhelmed and like this happens and this happens and this happens and just with so much all the time, to now you're on a high note. Now you're getting married and now you're happy and all of these things are going right. That puts you in a spot of leadership. When people start to look up to you and the change you've made and how amazing things are and how far you have come and things like that, that puts you in a spot of leadership where people are looking at what you've done and they're being really, really excited. And they get excited because they have watched you change and shift and struggle and move forward. Does that make sense? Being in a place of leadership is interesting, especially when you don't want to be in a place of leadership, because when you look and you see how far you've come, when you look and you see how the universe has just manhandled you, and yet here you are, this big, strong, badass bitch. It's really easy to motivate other people to be like that. It's really easy to give other people just words of encouragement when you have walked through the 10 lakes of hell yourself. I will say this, because these are the two I want to focus on. The cut ties card and then overcome fear. It's natural to be scared shitless when you're getting married. It is. It is. That's a big thing. It's a big decision. Even if you just elope in the middle of the fucking night, nobody knows what happened. It's still a big thing. It's a big decision. It's a big change. It's an amazing thing. But there's still a healthy dose of fear with that. And I have a feeling that because the overcome fear card has come up, there's a healthy dose of fear that's been... There's a healthy dose of fear that's really been causing a lot of issues and problems. Don't let this fear wreck your happiness. Because I don't want to say then the fear wins, but that's exactly what it is. Then the fear wins. The cut ties card that's underneath of this, you need to take a hard look at, and it's going to be hard, okay? You need to take a hard look at the you that is still fearful. Does that make sense? You need to take a hard look at the you that is still fearful. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. Because the part of you that is still fearful, as far as getting married, as far as a relationship, as far as sharing your life, like all of those things, that is the part that cannot be allowed to have a big residence in your new house. Because if that fear has a residence in your new house, it's going to continue to grow. So it cannot have a room in your new house. But this, completion, support, expediency. First, I love the support aspect because that tells me that the person you're getting married to is 100% here. They're 100% here for you. They are a support system that you probably didn't even realize you needed. And I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that for you. The completion. This marriage also signifies the completion of a part of your life, the completion of a cycle in your life. And I think that when you look back at that cycle that you're coming out of, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the road, when you look back at that, you're going to be amazed and flabbergasted that A, you lived through some of that shit, and that B, you felt the way you felt. In good ways and bad ways. The expediency. Let's talk about the expediency. Be careful to not rush things too far, too much, as far as changes. Getting married is a big change. It is. It's a big change. Even getting engaged is a big change because then you know there's a big thing coming. Sharing a house with somebody, sharing finances, sharing a household, all of those things are huge things. So take things as slow as the two of you need to. And I'm saying the two of you on purpose because this is a big change for this person as well. So the two of you need to talk and you need to make these changes together. And if one person is like, you know, I don't know about this step just yet, the other one needs to understand, and vice versa. Just saying. But did I tell you that I'm proud of you? Did I tell you that I'm happy for you? Did I tell you that I'm excited for you? Did I? Because I just wanted to make sure I did. Just wanted to make sure I did. Girl, you should be so proud of yourself. You should. You should be so proud of yourself. You should be so proud of how far you've come. You should be so, girl, you should be proud of this. I'm proud of you for you. Even if you don't feel that pride yet, but I think you do. I'm proud of you for you. I'm so proud of you. I know the hell you've gone through, and now you're on the mountaintop. Or you're almost at the top of the mountain. You're almost at the top of the mountain. That wedding day is going to be the top of the mountain. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. I love this. I pulled up Karina's because I'm like, all right, it says, what do you need to know? Here's what Karina said, and y'all are going to love this. Are you ready? Karina said, I'd like to know all the things and stuff. You got it. Let's see what kind of things and stuff. Okay. All right. Let's see. All the things and stuff. I love it. That's fucking awesome funny. That's fucking awesome funny. Boop. Boop. Well, apparently you did need to know all the things and stuff. Girl! There are 8 cards here. 4 out of this deck and 4 out of this deck. So, 4 is apparently a big number. 8 is also an interesting number. I'm just letting you know. And you had 1 card fling out, and then another card fling out sideways, and then 2 over here. So the card that flung out right off the top of the bat, I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm saying. This one flung out right side up, and this is the Queen of Shadows, and this is wrath and instability and suspicion. And I'm not going to say that that's where you are because I don't feel like that. So we're going to look at these. On top of that is defense. Okay. The one that came out all whopper-jawed is Charon, and this is the ferryman. This is necessity and focus, need, transition, it's movement, and it's not quite sideways, but like whopper-jawed. Okay. And then you have these. They came out like this. The very bottom one is magical power. You got it. And then finding love. Blech. Couldn't help it. Come on. And then money. Financial security. And then over here, you had these two come out like this. You have the caretaker of the lost, which is assistance, memory. It's kind of self-explanatory. And then you have the set, which is short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. Okay. I think these are 3. Oh, they are not. Let's talk about this middle one because this is you. This middle one is you. So where the ferryman is like this, kind of whopper-jawed, this is transition, it's focus, it's necessity, right? I have a feeling that you are bucking the norm. You feel like right now you should be standing still, okay? You feel like you should be just kind of like pause. Like you have put a stop to everything. You're like, nope, I need a pause. I need to sit and look through everything, and I need to make a decision, a very solid decision, before I ever decide to take a step in any direction. And I think that you're doing that on purpose. A, the magical power card tells me that your intuition has been through the roof, probably to a painful level lately. And B, you feel like there is something intense that you need to be doing, and you're waiting for the road signs, right? I'm going to talk about the other 2 cards in a minute, so we're going to start there. with you putting this stopper in place, you saying, whoa, 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 hold up, let me process, let me look at everything. You have somebody that got instantly pissed the fuck off that you did that. You have somebody that got so pissed because they're pushing you to make a decision and you said, no, I'm going to pause. So when you took this pause, I want you, because you instantly know who this person is. When you said, I just need to take a break and look at everything before I make a decision, and they instantly got very pissed and very petty and very hateful, and you're like, I don't understand why you're acting like this. You know why. I guarantee you they said that. They're being very, very defensive, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is another reason why you have been sitting back and kind of looking at them with a weird look on your face, because you know in your gut that A, they were pushing you to make this decision on purpose very quickly without thinking about it. B, they were doing it for their own benefit, not yours. And C, they do not have your best interest in mind. Now let's talk about these two people over here. When you put the brakes on, you have this person over here and you have these two people over here. And the two people over here, the first one is the caretaker of the lost. This is a couple. I don't know if this is your friends or what. This is a couple. The one that is the more feminine is the one that everything is terrible. They're like Eeyore. And are you sure this is what you want to do? And this one right here has been questioning you repeatedly. Are you sure? Why can't just questioning every fucking decision you make. And I think this is also why you put the brakes on hardcore. And then you have this one. And this is a more masculine person. And I actually feel like these are both girls, but this is a more masculine person. They are so short-sighted. They are sitting there telling you, well, but if you pause now, then maybe you're not going to get this job or get this raise or whatever. They're so short-sighted with it. I'm getting like mad. I'm getting mad talking about it. They're so short-sighted with it that they can't see anything at all that would be the right decision for you. They just want to know what they can get out of you by you making these decisions. So there's three people that instantly, whenever you said, hey, I just need to stop and look and see what is the right thing for me, three people that got mad right off the bat. I am going to side with you on this because you are completely right to trust your gut and your gifts and your abilities and pause. Now, I made the joke about finding love. I made that joke, but I don't think that this card at all is about you finding a soulmate or anything like that. I think that this is all about you finding out what you actually love to do. I think that this is all about you deciding, oh my God, I really hate this job, but I love this job. I think that this is all about you finally finding the thing that makes you happy. You finally finding the thing that you love to do. The reason that I think it's about that and not about love is because of the financial security card. When you find the thing that you actually love to do, then it comes with a healthy dose of financial security. Because you love to do it, so you don't have to be made to do it, right? You love to do it, so you can't wait to go and do it every single day. You love to do it, so you're going to work better, harder, faster. Do you see what I'm saying? When you find the thing that you absolutely love to do, it no longer really becomes work, does it? And that leads to financial security. So this person over here that got mad at you for putting the brakes on and saying, hey, I need to think about these things. Fuck that person, because they've been using you the entire time for what they can get out of you. That's why they're so defensive. That's why they're super upset. fuck that person. And these two over here, the one that's trying to talk you out of everything and the one that's so short-sighted because they just want to get something out of you, you need to take a hardcore look at your relationship with those two people, because I don't think they deserve to be in your life right now. Doesn't mean that they won't straighten up their shit later, but I think right now you might even consider putting a break on talking to these people. I almost feel like these are family members. Doesn't mean they won't fix their shit, but you really need to think about, like, why am I letting the two of you talk me out of things? Because I'm a fucking adult. If you guys have people that are... Now, it's different if you say, hey, I'm going to move to Antarctica. And somebody's like, are you sure you want to do that? Because it's kind of cold. Like, what job are you going to have down? You know what I mean? If they're, like, bringing up solid concerns, that's one thing. But if you go to make a decision that's right for you in that moment, and somebody starts, like this person right here, man, I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad for you. And you have somebody that starts to immediately poo-poo every single thing you want to do. They start to talk about how terrible that company is. Why would you work for them? Or how terrible that person is as a friend. Why would you want to be friends with them? Or why should you move here or do this? If they start getting upset at every single decision you're going to make, especially if it takes you away from them, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. There have been a lot of times, Sass is my best friend. There have been a lot of times in our friendship that I have done things that she's like, are you sure you want to do that? You know, like, not one time, even if she knew damn well, and vice versa, same, but even if she knew damn well that that was not going to work out, not one time did my best friend go, I mean, she might joke and be like, bitch, you're stupid, but you know what? I'm here for it. Not one time did she get mad. Not one time did she, you know what I mean? Did she act like this? Not one time. That's a friend. So I want you guys to think about that. Think about that. Oh my God. Sunflower synchronicity, 24 months. That's insane. That's 2 years. That's 2 years. Holy crap. Thank you, Bethany. Thank you for supporting me for 2 years. But I want you guys to think about that. Karina, you especially. These two over here, the family members, you can put a pause on talking to them. There's nothing wrong with that. But this person over here, fuck that person. Girl, you need a jar. I got you. Fuck that person. Fuck that person. They were using you 100%. Just saying. They were using you 100%. Thank you for the goggles. Thank you for the goggles. All right. Laura. Okay. Aw, thank you, Star. Y'all, if you saw how many drafts I have on both of my phones, this is going to hurt your head. Hang on. I'm going to show you. This phone has 135 drafts. 135 drafts. The oldest one is 7/14, so almost 3 years old. 7/14/2022. And it is, what does the Tooth Fairy bring adults? Why have I not posted this? You know, we're going to post it right now.
Your favorite little blue goatee here. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because I'm going to share something personal with you guys that really embarrasses the shit out of me because I'm tired of feeling stigmatized over it. And I know that a lot of you guys probably...
That's why I didn't post it. That's why I didn't post it. I might post it though. I'm like, what is this? Is this a joke? What is this? Yeah, I don't know how many are on this phone right here. A lot, though. A lot. 134. No wonder I get bitched at when I make a new video. And TikTok is like, bitch, you have all these over here. I'll tell you what. We're going to pick one. Because a lot of them already had things done. We're going to pick one and we're going to post it right now. It's Misty. All right, let's go all the way down the bottom. We're just going to scroll. Let's see. Mirror Superstitions Part 1.
Hey guys, I get asked all the time about mirrors.
Hang on. When was this filmed? 9/9 of 2022. 9/9. Misty, you were the first person on my For You page. Shit. When I pulled it back up, you were the first person on my For You page.
Hey guys, I get asked all the time.
Oh, we're not going to post this right now because it's going to take a while. All right. Laura just says near future. I love that Misty was my first person on my For You page. I love it. I hate this that like all of these had captions. When I film something, all of them have captions on them. For them to go away kind of irritates the shit out of me. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Have I mentioned that I love boba? 2022 was an interesting year. All right. Laura needs to know stuff for the near future. You got it. What would the Tooth Fairy bring grown-ups? Whiskey. Oh my God. I mean, I have a lot. I'm not a drinker, right? But I have a lot of different alcohol for offerings and so on. And then for special occasions. Like a big night of drinking for me would be like this much of a mixed drink. That's a big night of drinking, right? But I do love whiskey. And I do have some very expensive bottles of whiskey in there. And I usually pick up expensive bottles of whiskey at special places when I'm out. Like it hurt me to spend this money on this bottle of whiskey. But when Sass and I went to Denver last September, which I won't be able to go to the Denver Gym Show this year, but we went up to the Stanley because she had never been. And I bought a bottle from their private reserve. It's an expensive bottle of whiskey, I'm not gonna lie. It's so good. It's so good. Man, the scammers be out tonight. Thank you, mods. I love you. All right. Laura needs to know near future. So here's where you are right now. And you have two cards. The first one underneath is Hades. Okay. This is equality. It's wisdom. It's inevitability. It's like this is going to happen. Christy, I don't trust Jello shots. I just don't, man. I've had too many friends that I've watched make them. I don't trust your Jello shots. I don't trust anybody's Jello shots. No, not even my own. On top of that, you have Hathor. Okay, which is commitment. Not excuse me, not commitment. Culture, communication, spirituality, etc. Okay. Confidence. Overcome fear. Banish a curse. Okay. And the Poet of Babylon, which is fame and stagnation and pride. Okay. Near future. This is kind of an interesting path. I believe it's full on one that you decided to be on. I believe that is full on one that you have looked around and said, this is what I want to do and this is where I'm going. And I'm just going to say that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay? Because putting your foot down and deciding that this is where you want to go was a spiritual choice for you. Because seeing Hathor on the top tells me it was a spiritual choice. Seeing Hades underneath tells me that this was a really interesting line of wisdom that got you to where you wanted to make this decision. Like, you didn't just sit and go, do I do this or do I do this? Do I do this or do I do this? You really went down a very intense, I think you are right now. You're going down a very intense rabbit hole of, this is what I want to do and this is why I want to do it. Near future. You making this decision, let's talk about this. You making this decision right here is going to strengthen you spiritually. You took the time and thought about this decision like an adult. You took the time and you looked at all of the different aspects of it. You took the time and you said, you know what? If I look at this logically, what's the logical choice here for me to move forward with XYZ, with my goals, with my hopes, with my dreams? What's the logical choice, right? And then I would not be surprised to know, especially since Hathor popped up, that you asked every divination tool you have. You've had a couple of card readers give you information, or diviners give you information, like things like that. You have had everything come up possible. So you know spiritually, this is the right decision for you to make, right? I guess I'll look in the thing in a minute and figure out why that person got blocked. You making this decision has very interesting ramifications. And I said ramifications on purpose. First one is this, and this is confidence. This decision, you taking the time and making this decision the way that you did, is going to have an interesting effect on your confidence, in that I don't feel like you are not a confident person now. I feel like this is going to take your confidence to a whole new level, which is what you need for the things that you're working on and the things that you're manifesting. Somebody's talking about me. My nose is itching. When we really start to manifest something big, when we start to work towards something humongous, it takes a very, very big boost to confidence. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. If you don't have the confidence for something huge, then that huge thing is not going to happen. No matter how hard you work, you push, you try, you drive, etc. If you don't have the confidence for it, it's not going to happen. And that's a shitty place to be, and I know it is. Your confidence, however, especially with this decision that you've made, is going to go through the roof, and it is going to be a fantastic, amazing thing. And when you turn around and you look back, because there's going to come a point where the shadow part of you is going to say, am I being overconfident, or can I really do this? Am I being braggadocious, or can I really do this? That's when you overcome this intense fear. You stepping out on this limb and taking this big risk and this big challenge and being... I'm going to say being magic. I couldn't figure out the right word, but we're just going to say being magic. That is how you overcome this fear. And I think that this fear is something that's been rooted in you from the time you were a kid. I think that this fear comes from either you being pushed aside your gifts and abilities being pushed aside or something like that. A lot of times as a kid, if you don't have parents or a support system in place that believes you when you say you had this dream or this happened or that happened, or you felt this or you saw this or whatever, if you don't have that support system in place, it can really destroy your confidence. Not only can it really destroy your confidence, but it can also put this fear in there. And when it puts that fear in there, it can be hard to overcome that, because what it does is it erodes your confidence in your gifts and abilities, and it erodes your confidence in your magic. This is why when I'm doing mediumship training, I tell people not to say no, only to say yes. So if I'm doing mediumship training, and let's say that I have 5 people that have given photos of people that have passed away for people to read and pick up what they can pick up. And let's say that the person reading the five different pictures is supposed to give 5 facts about each photo. And I tell the people who gave the photos, when you read these things, when you read these 5 things that they put on there, I don't want you to say no to any of them. I want you to say yes to the ones that are right. Because when we see or hear the word no, we are instantly programmed that that is something negative, that that is a hard stop. So if you have somebody constantly telling you no about a gift or ability, that develops into a fear. So then you don't want to use that gift or ability because you're afraid you're going to be told no. So by making this decision, gaining this confidence, that will help you overcome this fear of utilizing this gift. And that is going to help this. Y'all realize that you can put a curse on yourself, correct? You can put a curse on yourself by speaking negativity into existence over and over and over and over. And here's an example that every one of you has either seen or been a part of. You understand what I'm saying. When you are in a very toxic relationship and you know that you need to leave, but in your mind, and then what comes out of here is always, I can't leave them because XYZ. I have to stay because XYZ. That is a curse you are putting on yourself to stay in that spot. I can't move because XYZ. I'll never move out of this state. I'll never move out of this city. That is a curse. You are literally speaking a curse into existence on yourself. It's more than just speaking negativity into the universe. When you say, I'll never move, I'll never leave, I'll never do this, I'll never do that, that is speaking a curse into existence on yourself. So by you making this decision, you gaining your confidence, you overcoming this fear, that allows you to banish this self-imposed curse that you've put on yourself. And that allows you to become this, which is famous. This is the poet of Avalon. This is Shakespeare. And the stagnation is not the thing here. The pride and the fame is. A healthy dose of pride is required for anything that you do in life. A healthy dose of pride is amazing. That is required for authenticity. So, I hope that made sense, Laura. I hope that made sense. Out of curiosity, when I said that you can have a self-imposed curse, how many of you guys were like, wait, what? And then when I said what I said, how many of you guys had an aha moment? Huh? We're going to do a video about that when I get done with this. All right. I'll do a video. I just wrote it down. All right. Lauren is next. So on the rest of this list, I have Lauren, Macey, Norma, and Tammy, just so you guys know. This is from the 3rd. Okay. What I love about this, I love boba. Here's Lauren's questions, okay? Do I have a Claire I should focus on? Everybody has all the Claires, okay? There's always one that is stronger than the others. So, I mean, the answer is yes, and we'll figure out which one. But this next part, does my dizziness have to do with mental, spiritual growth, crown, third eye health, etc.? How many of y'all have been dizzy lately? How many of y'all have been dizzy lately? Like on a constant basis, wondering what the fuck's wrong with you. Yeah. I think that the vast majority of people in the spiritual realm and people that have very strong gifts have been really dizzy lately. I'm just saying. And I think that a lot of this has to do with what's going on with the earth itself, with the tides, with the poles, with all of those things. I really do. I really do. I don't believe in coincidence. So for all of these things to happen at once, and for people that are very sensitive to energies and frequencies and so on, to all be dizzy. Just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. So I wish that I had a solid answer for you guys of like, this is why you're dizzy and this is what you do. But I think that this is just something that we haven't experienced in our lifetime. I think that this is just something that we haven't experienced in our lifetime. And I think that's why it's making us dizzy. So do you have a Claire that you should focus on? I saw that other card first. Do you have a Claire that you should focus on? Was the Schumann crazy today? I didn't look. I had a really bad dizzy spell earlier. Does it coincide? No. Actually, kind of. It was a weird blip right then. Like, I pay attention to that stuff. Like, did that coincide? Like, what is going on? All right. The Morrigan, which is introspection, opposition, anticipation, knowledge. The whiteouts are kicking your toe. Girl. Destiny. Oh, you got clairvoyance. I don't even really have to flip these other cards over. You are clairvoyant as fuck. Healing energy. You're also a natural healer, but we'll talk about that too. And then Anubis, which is preservation, neutrality, and obligation. Okay. Do you have a Claire that you need to focus on? Yes, clairvoyance. 100%. Clairvoyance. I would be willing to bet that sometime as a kid you had dreams, you had things happen, and you scared the shit out of yourself. And then somebody else told you that you were crazy. And you quit telling people about your dreams, so therefore you quit paying attention to them. So let me tell ya how to build your clairvoyance back up. You right? So to build your clairvoyance back up, you have to start paying attention to your dreams first. Okay? This will, once you start to pay attention to your dreams, these chairs are really uncomfortable, and that's why I'm shifting back and forth. I'm going to read these next few, and I'm going to take a break for a little bit, and I'll get back on and read some more. Here's how you start remembering your dreams. It takes self-discipline. If you're not ready to do this part, then you're not ready to remember your dreams, and I want you to really think about that. Every morning when you wake up, the first thing you need to do, either before you get out of bed or as you're stumbling to the bathroom to pee, you need to turn your voice recorder on in your phone, and you need to say every single thing you remember about your sleep. Even if it's just, I woke up angry. I slept like shit. All I remember is something green. Even if it's just that, you have to do that. Here's why. When you're in school, did you learn how to read the very first day you were in kindergarten? Did you learn how to read 12th grade books when you were in kindergarten? No. When you were in school, when you started kindergarten, did you understand what a test was? No. You had to learn those things, correct? You had to learn how to prepare for a pop quiz. You had to learn how to prepare for a test, right? So your brain, this is a mental hack for you spiritual people. So your brain is already attuned to the word pop quiz. If you know that in your class next week you're going to have a pop quiz on what you're going over in class, you're probably going to pay better attention in class, right? By putting on your voice recorder and every single morning when you wake up going, oh my God, I slept like shit, and all I can remember is there was something purple. Your brain is going to start to go, this bitch is going to ask me what I dreamed about last night. This bitch is going to ask me what I dreamed about last night, so I better remember something else. Your brain is going to start to program itself that every morning after you wake up, there's a pop fucking quiz, bitch, and you better have that ready. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to start remembering more and more and more and more. And it's not going to happen like this. You're not going to do it one day and then the next day remember everything you dreamed. It doesn't work that way. You have to have the self-discipline and you have to put in the time. But it won't take too long. I guarantee you within the first week, you're going to realize that you're remembering way more than you have in a long time. You're going to remember after the second or third week, you're going to be remembering big old bits and pieces of stuff. So here is what's going to happen. Not only are you going to start remembering more of your dreams, but you have a timestamp. So let's say that you have a dream, let's say like a month down the road, you have a dream that Uncle Bob is going to be driving his green pickup truck and getting a wreck with somebody in a red pickup truck on Friday night at 8 o'clock. And let's say that 2 days later is Friday. And let's say that Uncle Bob gets in a wreck with somebody in a green truck and he's driving a red truck. You got the vast majority of the information correct, right? You also know now you have a 2-day warning. That your clairvoyance comes with a 2-day warning. Because everybody that is clairvoyant gets a warning, like a time frame. Sometimes it's not very long. Sometimes it's literally the next day. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 weeks. But by having a timestamp on these notes, now you know, and you can go back. Let's say you dream that something's going to happen, and it happens, and you're like, ooh, and you go back through, and you see that 4 days ago you had this dream, or last week you had this dream. It takes self-discipline, but I promise you, it fucking works. I just saw something walk across back there. That's fun. I don't think I've seen that before in this house. I also moved a whole bunch of shit around today and dug through some boxes, so it is what it is. That was like a full-on, okay. At this point, nothing surprises me. Okay. It works. I learned this technique in 2012. In 2012. I'm just saying. It works. It takes self-discipline. If you forget a day or something like that, that's one thing. But you can't forget a week or two in a row and go back and expect for your brain to be like, okay, I got it. No, you forget a week or two in a row. You forget 2 or 3 days in a row. Your brain's going to be like, you're not really going to pop quiz me. And you're not going to remember shit. You have to start doing it every single fucking day. You will get a ton of confidence. You will get a ton of things that you didn't even remember dreaming about. Just saying. I'm just saying. But Lauren, do you have a clair that you need to focus on? Yes. Clairvoyance. 100%. 100%. The other thing I'm going to say is this. I'm going to plug the book, The Psychic Witch by Matt Aaron again. I didn't write the book. I don't know Mr. Aaron, but it's a fantastic book for building your clairs. A phenomenal book for building your clairs. All of them. But yes, you need to work on clairvoyance. 100%. The dizziness, I wish that I had an answer for you, Lauren. I'm sorry. I wish that I did. I really think that it's a lot of shit going on with the earth right now in the universe. I really do. And to be honest, I don't think any of us are going to know anything about anything until we don't know. Does that make sense? Until we don't know. All right. Macey is next. Just wants to know about your life path. You got it. I just need one first anchor card. Thank you. The fact that it took me a minute to draw for you, the fact that it took me a minute to get an anchor card, thank you. Tells me that you have a lot of paths in front of you, and that's why you're asking what you're asking. Yep. And there keeps being a ton of cards that come up. You got it. Okay. So the anchor card that finally drew for you. Hopefully this will answer some questions about what you need to do and what decision you make and where you need to go. That is Morgan Le Fay. This is growth, atonement, and deceit. Okay. And then you have resilience underneath of union. Okay. Then you have wisdom. Then you have grounding. And then over here, this one is Whopperjawed. And this is the Red Shepherd. This is just reward. This is assistance, respite, etc. Evaluation. So let's talk about this. Because both of these two are dressed in like a deep red color. Both of them have very similar colors in their cards, etc. Etc. I'm just going to say etc. a lot. Etc. 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 Your life path. This is going to be probably something that you didn't expect me to say. Don't stress about your life path right now. Don't stress about your life path right now. You are in a path of growth right now. Growth looks like different things at different times in our life. Sometimes growth is letting go of a bunch of shit. Sometimes growth is hard. Sometimes growth is a full standstill. Sometimes growth is a pause. Growth can look like almost every single thing you can think of. This growth for you is about resilience. And I think that your resilience is a little different in that you've overcome Everybody in their life has trauma. Everybody has bullshit. Everybody has things that happen. You've already overcome a lot. I don't think that there's a whole bunch more coming right now in this moment. But I think that this growth is about you looking at the times you have been resilient. I think that this growth is you looking at the times you've been the most resilient and the times that you've been stuck. The times that you've been stuck. Because this is the Union card. Because this is the Union card. I think that this period of growth for you is going to look like being stuck. It's going to look like stagnation, but it's not. It's for you to look at the resilience and what kind of, how you have walked through specific types of trauma. The other thing is this wisdom card and the grounding card. With growth comes a lot of power. With growth comes a lot of spiritual intelligence. With growth comes a lot of, I'm going to say it this way on purpose. With growth comes a lot of growing. Does that make sense? If you, like I showed you the big ivy plant a while ago, right? Ivy doesn't like grow and then it has new growth and then new growth and then new growth. And so this back here is the oldest part. It doesn't do that. It grows and then it adds new things and new things and new things and new things and new things. So the things at the end of the ivy plant are the newest part. But still in the middle, you have the old part, right? So you know that the leaves in the middle of the ivy plant, the big leaves in the middle, are the oldest part of that particular plant. And those do turn over, right? I'm looking up there at my girl. Those do turn over. Just like you have eyelashes that fall out on a normal basis. You know that when you look at the ivy plant in the middle, those big leaves are the ones that have been there the longest. But you also know that at the ends are the new leaves. Growth of the new leaves and growth of losing the old leaves, the big leaves up toward the base of the plant, are two separate things, right? Because the big leaves in the base of the plant right here, they're going to get bigger. They're going to get bigger, right? On my plant up there, her leaves in the middle are like this. Like they're huge. On the end, they're like this. They're smaller. But there's still growth. There's still new leaves. There's still growth. So growth always looks different and the same. Do you see? I hope that you see what I'm saying. There's a lot of really interesting wisdom that comes along with being in a pause, with being in a full stop mode. And I think that that's where you're at right now. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, because we all do this. We get in a phase of growth that is forcing us to be at a pause, at a standstill. And we get mad because we feel like growth should be movement, right? Growth should be us rocketing forward. Growth should be us seeing through toxic people or whatever. But that's not always the case. Because like I just said with the ivy plant, you have the growth that's right there in the middle. That's the big leaf that's right there on top of the bowl. And then you have the growth at the end of that big old long tentacle of that ivy. Do you see what I mean? You're still growing when you're at a pause. You're still growing when you're at stagnation. Even though that pot isn't going anywhere, that pot is going to be the same. It's still growing. That big old long vine of that ivy, you may not see it growing. You may just walk in here one day and be like, oh God, there's a whole other foot on there. It didn't just grow a foot overnight. It was growing little by little by little. You just didn't notice it. So when you are going through a phase of pause, a phase of stagnation, you're still growing. You're still growing. So keep that in mind, Macey. I'm not going to lecture you on grounding because I think you already know that. I think you already know how to ground, and I think that this pause right now for you is a time for you to learn some amazing different grounding techniques. Learning different grounding techniques is also a really cool rabbit hole to go down. When you look at it from all different aspects, all different angles, all different cultures, all different practices, when you start looking at all the different ways that you can ground, it's a phenomenal, fun thing. So my advice is going to be not to stress about your life path right now. Enjoy the pause. Enjoy the slow growth. Okay? All right. Miss Norma Lopez is next. Upper part of my lip issues. All right. Am I clairvoyant or an empath? My kid is standing there just randomly dancing in front of me. You are so my kid. Are you clairvoyant or an empath?
If they can tell what dance I'm doing, they're sensing it in the magnetic field, and that means they're clairvoyant.
It's funny, I'm looking at you do that, and I'm like, I literally do something so similar, it's kind of creepy. You're my kid. Flossing, Gangnam Style, everybody's guessing. Aw. Christine said, hi, Kay, I miss you. She's channeling her inner Christine today. The sweater you have on is 100% Christine.
But what about this pose? Have you seen Christine do this?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen her do that.
Gallop?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen her shimmy?
Yep. But not that pose.
I can't shimmy. I don't have enough
Christine
top.
can shimmy.
I don't have enough top momentum.
Practice. I fucking can't with you. I can't with you. She's a mess, Misty. I love her. Christine said, I can.
Tell them the answer was various forms of thrusting and gyrating.
Tosh said, top momentum, question mark. Yeah, we're not going to get into that because my kid will say some shit to get me banned. Mm-hmm.
It's not inappropriate. It's womanhood shimmying. TikTok is sexist.
Tosh has all the top momentum. I love that so many, thank you for the corgi butt. I love that so many of you guys, damn, okay, fine. I love that so many of you guys know exactly what I say and was like, my kid will get me banned. I love that Tosh said, yeah. Just fucking funny. Wish you guys could see this. Instead of just trying to shimmy, she did like the full body like this. It was great.
I can't break free of the chains of gravity.
You don't have anything for gravity to be stressing on. You're like 19,
That's
man.
the problem. It's
You
not,
are
It's
you
not
are
stressing enough, and I can't execute a successful shimmy.
I think you're stressing too much about gravity. It's when you get older that you can't shimmy very well.
Well, I can't shimmy now, so maybe when I'm 30, I'll have my sweet spot where I'm not too old to shimmy and not too young to shimmy. I'll try again when I'm 30.
Okay, not until then.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. See? Practice. That is not a I don't know what that was.
Bump.
I love that everybody is in with your shimmying right now. I just looked down at the comments.
Are they shimmying?
They're encouraging you. Luna said take belly dancing. You'll learn really quick. I would like to take belly dancing. I think I'll do that.
Well, the problem is that I just don't have enough motion in my rib cage. I don't have enough.
That's what they teach you in belly dancing.
I know, but I just don't know if it's possible for me. I don't know if belly dancing aligns with my soul. What kind of dancer am I? I don't know how to dance. I've never danced.
I literally just watched you.
Yeah, but I never danced good.
You can 80s dance. You can 80s dance like powerhouse 80s dance. See, you even got the grunting down. Yep. Scarly said Irish step dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Here, she can do it.
Did you hear me?
Yep, I heard you. Yeah, like easy. Norma.
What?
I've got to read for 2 more people, and then I'm going to take a little break and eat. Ruff. I can't believe you just barked at me.
That was not a bark. You want to hear me bark?
Somebody's dog will get upset. Riku said, it's possible. Believe in yourself, Kay.
Wait, what's possible? I can bark?
Shimmying, barking.
Shimmying? I believe. I'm drinking milk, so it'll help with my shimmying.
Milk helps with your shimmying? How?
We don't have to get into all that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Do you have scientific backing, scientific evidence?
I can't read.
Toss said dream big, shimmy, and bark at the same time. Now, thanks, Tosh. I shouldn't have read her that. I shouldn't have read her that. I shouldn't have read her that.
That's how I'm gonna get a husband.
Shimmying and barking at the same time. I thought you were going to get a husband by saying, hi, handsome, buy me a steak.
Yeah.
I guess if you shimmy up to them,
Yeah.
say, buy me a steak, and then bark at them. I feel like that's a great pickup line.
I'll say Big Mama has arrived, and then I'll ask him to buy me a steak.
And then bark?
No.
When does the barking come in?
Shimmy and bark up to him like, rawr, rawr, and then I'll go.
I wish everybody could have seen that. That was awesome. Christine said, yeah, that's how I got mine. Jacob said, that's a combo right there.
Also, I didn't say handsome. I said beautiful. Hey, beautiful. You want to buy me a steak? Kirsten Weems.
But I like the addition of the shimmy and bark.
No, that's too much.
It is not.
That's way too much.
It is not.
For the grounded individual that I'm trying to accumulate. Attract? That's just too much.
I like accumulate. I think that's funny.
No, I only want one. I'm not a heathen.
Well, yeah, but you're trying to accumulate one, right?
Accumulate quantity. One man.
What zodiac sign do you guys think she is? And those of you guys that know can't say.
I flow like water.
Brett said she is on another level. Aries, Aquarius.
Oh my god.
Aquarius, Cancer. Her dad's a Cancer. Leo. She's a Leo. Both my kids are Leos. She is her mother's daughter. You're not wrong.
Who said Leo?
Several people said Leo. Yeah, she's a fucking Leo.
If they could see my hair, they'd know.
Because you're lioness-like?
Yeah. Somebody at work said they knew I was a Leo. Because of my hair.
Because of your hair? Why?
Because it's beautiful.
I can't with you. Oh my god. Everybody's like, she reminds me of my kid who's also a Leo. She is now shimmying with strawberries.
No.
Because it's a fierce wild mane. I mean, yeah. She's dancing with strawberry pieces right now. Yeah, she's got 80s dancing down. I don't know where she would have learned that from. Kid is a Taurus and they're, yeah. Nope, she's not a redhead,
Never that.
She does have like copper overtone of her hair though. So when the sun hits it, it has these gorgeous copper streaks in it.
It's like gold. I could sell it. I ought to.
Who are you going to sell it to? Along with your
Ask
toenails?
are there any hair merchants in the chat?
Hair, is there...
Any
Everybody's
hair
like, I
merchants?
love her. Yeah, she's a mess and a half. A hair merchant.
Those are real.
Where are they real at?
All over the place.
All
Probably
over the
mostly
place.
Malaysia, I think.
I like that you went like this at me, like...
Everybody buys hair. Sometimes.
It was the sometimes that got me. I'm sorry. Scarlett said you don't want to open that door, Kay.
I have a merchant's spirit. The door has been open since I was born. I can sell everything.
That is a Leo mentality right there. Everybody's like, wait till she find out she can sell her hair. So she cut her hair off when she was younger, like waist length hair to what, like up here? Yeah. We should have donated it.
I've done that twice. I've cut off like a foot of hair off my head 2 times in my life.
I like that you're nibbling every piece of the red off of that strawberry.
I like red.
Are you Marceline?
Well, I'm eating the fiber too. It's not just the red. She just eats red.
What are you doing?
I can't read.
Brett, I like red. Red looks good on her. Doesn't look good on me.
What's your favorite color?
Did you really just not make eye contact and then ask me what my favorite color is?
I can't see where you are.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
not wearing glasses. What's your favorite color?
I didn't do 4 paths.
Guess my favorite color.
Guess your favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
No. I'm an exclusive individual. There's only one. Guess what it is.
I don't know. Because you've changed repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brown, green, yellow, purple. Ooh, lots of yellows. Black, red. We're all guessing Kay's favorite color right now.
I changed my mind. There's 2.
It's another purple. Rainbow. Bluey. Blue. Red, turquoise. Red and green.
It's red and gold.
Red and gold.
I like gold. You want me to leave?
What? No, I'm laughing at everybody's comments. Missy said she heard another one that she liked.
Yeah.
Today it's white. Silver. Isn't
white.
mine blue? Yeah. That's why when she asked me what my favorite color was, I had to look at her. Mine's actually like cobalt blue. I love cobalt blue. Like that metallic 1970s ride at the fair cobalt blue. That color. Riku said they're Gryffindor colors. Oh yeah, hers are Gryffindor colors.
I am a Gryffindor.
I still find that amazing that you're a Gryffindor. I find it amazing
What else
that
would I be?
both of my kids are Gryffindors.
What else would I be?
I don't know.
I'm so brave.
You're not a Hufflepuff, that's for sure, and you're not a Ravenclaw.
No, sometimes I am a Hufflepuff. Sometimes I get Hufflepuff.
Oh my god. I find it interesting that you're not a Slytherin, I'm not gonna lie.
It's fucked up.
Why is that fucked? I'm a Slytherin. Why is it fucked
I
up?
don't like Slytherins.
Wow.
I don't slither. I caw like a mighty griffin. That's why I'm a Gryffindor. You slither. You slither and you go.
I go.
Yeah. And I go. Caw!
So you speak parcel tongue, so you're a Slytherin.
No. Nice try, Snake. But no.
Misty said I act like a Slytherin. People think I'm a Gryffindor, but I'm secretly a Hufflepuff. I mean, that's Kirsten right there. Phoenix said I'm a Slytherdor. Yeah, that's Kirsten. She acts like a Slytherin. Oh my god, I can't with her.
What happens if I go to a bar and I just ask, I do the creepy guy method and I just ask every dude in there that looks like a viable match, like, marry me?
You're gonna end up in trouble.
No, but I lay down the ground rules too. I'm like, this is the negotiation. You get this, I get this. You give me land. I want land.
You're gonna end up with a 55-year-old dude.
No,
Yeah.
I said viable match. No offense. 55-year-old dudes.
Everybody's like, no, don't do that. Telling you not to do that.
I can handle it.
Brett said, I want land. Oh yeah, she's like, and she did this.
200 acre minimum. Minimum.
Jacob's laughing. I said viable match. Oh my god, I love you.
Bye.
Oh, okay, bye.
I love you too.
Christine said she needs to watch some true crime YouTubers. No! I agree, Christine. I agree.
No, nobody can hurt me.
Misty said she's too cool.
Nobody can get me. I have a sword. Or I will have a sword before I go to a bar.
You're going to carry us. They're not going to let you carry a sword into a bar.
Long skirt, Mom.
They're not going to let you carry a sword into a bar.
They're not going to look under my skirt. I tell you what.
What? You'll tell me what? All right, King of the Hill. Hank Hill. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. What the fuck? She's like Highlander over here, swinging it.
Practicing for if my brokering goes wrong.
Scarlett, don't encourage her. Scarlett's like, you can just strap it to your leg. Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Do you know that some women back in the medieval times had pockets cut in their skirt where they could get their sword out really quickly?
Ooh.
Like, ooh. Here I said don't encourage her, and then I just said that.
Pockets make your hips look bigger too, so it'd be better than Sword.
I love you. All right, I'm gonna read for Norma.
I gotta go.
Everybody's laughing.
I can't
Phoenix
stay
said I
anymore.
heard that.
Can't stay anymore. I've gotta go.
Did you get enough strawberries and whatever milk thing you were making?
I made milk. It's just milk.
Just milk?
Just milk.
Well, earlier you made milk tea, so I didn't know what you were making.
Whatever.
Finn said, I'm more of a dagger type myself.
Oh, I forgot about daggers. I didn't want a knife because that's too... I'll get a dagger.
They used to make the hair pieces that were daggers. They still do.
Yeah, but then they'll see my hair, and that's like...
No, they look like little cross picks, and they're really cute.
Seeing my hair before the negotiation is over is just unruly, frankly. I'm gonna have my own, like, thigh dagger. Pocket dagger.
Wait, how does that has nothing to do with your... Wait, I'm lost. That has nothing to do with your hair. So what, are you going to cover your head and your hair?
No, I'm gonna put it in a bun, because I'm a professional.
Which you could have the little pins with the little dagger pins.
Yeah, but that's pointless, because I'd have, like, a bun pin and a dagger pin.
Maybe you need 3.
Maybe I don't.
Oh my God. I can't with you. I can't with you. All right, let me do my work. Let me do things. I love you.
Love you.
Maybe I don't. Oh my God, I can't with her. I can't with her. I'm glad that she cheered you guys up. Thank you, Michelle. Oh. You did not see me yawn. All right, ready? I don't know how I can follow that up. I feel like I should be like, and I'm out. But I've got Norma's cards right here. I know, right? You would never ever believe that that was my daughter, would you? Hey! Damn it. Brett said, I wonder whose daughter that is. No, there's been a lot of times when Sass has been like, that is 100% your daughter. That is 100%. I keep seeing this and think it's right here. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. 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 I love the English energy, not English. That's funny. I mean, English too. All right. Before I read for Norma, I'm going to run and go pee because now I got to pee again. So time out, quick intermission, and then I'm going to read for Norma, and then we'll all be back to Kirsten. It'd be great. Alrighty. I am ready. Miss Norma. Yeah, y'all see the flies? They're killing me. They're killing me. They're bad everywhere. They're bad everywhere. Let me get my list back up. There we go. All right, Miss Norma. Am I clairvoyant or empath? I've got your cards out. There are 3 different piles. So the first pile is the Traveler, which is restlessness, independence, and appraisal. This one is learn the truth. Then here in the middle, you have the Caretaker of the lost. Oh, yeah, you're so empathic. It's not even funny. And protection. Yep. Empathic as fuck. And then the last one is interesting. Abraham, it's truth and justice and duty and change. Okay. So, yes, empathic as fuck. We're going to start with that middle one because that's specifically a question you ask. Yes, empathic as fuck. This is why you instantly feel protective over some people and not over others. It's why you instantly are drawn to some people and instantly like want to push some people away. So when you are, yeah, the flies are fucking horrendous. The flies and the ants. I haven't seen too many gnats but I have heard a lot of other people talking about it. But think about it, all the rain we've had, all the muggy weather we've had, that is like ant, bug, fly city. Just saying. Okay, so Norma, this is why you have some people you instantly love and some people you instantly hate, and you don't know why. The protection aspect, your empathic abilities have a lot to do with people that are down, if that makes sense. You're drawn empathically to people that are broken, that are hurt, that are traumatized. Like, you're drawn to those people because you feel the need to protect them. The other two are interesting. So let's talk about this first one, the restlessness, appraisal, independence, and learn the truth. This is part of being empathic, but it's also clairaudience. It's not so much clairvoyance. Clairaudience is just, it's almost like you hear someone. Fucking spider. Are you serious right now? Bitch, what the fuck? The spiders and I have a very, very shaky truce. And that one was just hanging right here in front of my fucking face. And I had a little one in my car the other day. And I had to tell my son, he needs to go because he is breaking the truce. He is in my space. I understand that more rain and humidity and shit means more bugs, which means more spiders. But absolutely not. Absolutely not. Norma, obviously, somebody don't want me to read for you. Somebody don't want me to read for you. I know what the meaning of spiders are. I have been deathly afraid of spiders since I was a kid because my dad one time brought he came home from a trip from the panhandle of Texas, and he had a fruitcake tin, a red one with the white, that the fruitcakes used to come in. And he was doing this, shaking it, as he walked up to the door. And he called all of us outside, my mom, me, and my sister. All of us to come outside. Look what he brought home. He has my mom come out and close the screen door, and we're all standing on the porch. And my dad gives my sister and I this red tin to open it. We open the fucking tin, and there's a fucking tarantula that jumps, I shit you not, right straight up in the air, hit the ceiling of our porch, and bounced back down. And ever since then, I have been fucking deathly afraid of spiders because that scared the shit out of me. My dad still thinks this is funny. I do not. So I used to squish every spider. You come in my house, you die a squishy death. Now I'm a little more lenient. A couple years ago, we made a truce. I was like, you know what? I don't like mosquitoes. I don't like mosquitoes more than I don't like spiders. I don't like other bugs more than I don't like spiders. Oh, I've also been bit by a brown recluse 3 times in my life. Once in the face, 3 times. Actually, twice in the face. Once right here and once right here. I have knots. Fuck them. They can all die a squishy death. Anyway, so a couple years ago, the spiders and I came to a very, very nice truce. But they're encroaching on this truce. They're encroaching on this truce. And if they encroach on the truce, then all bets are off. Giant house spiders in Ireland. I'm glad you told me that because I would love to come to Ireland and visit. And I'm going to have someone be a spider watcher outer for me because no. All right. Norma. Learn the truth, restlessness, independence, appraisal. This is clairaudience. So this is like almost hearing things. So it's not always hearing somebody specifically talk in your ear. It can sound like it's back here. So you might have like a ringing in your ear, but it's back here. You can sound like your hearing goes out, but it's back here. Clairaudience is an interesting one. The other one over here, truth, justice, duty, and change. This one, I have a feeling that you've got a new one, not a new one, but you've got one that has never been very strong that is popping up. I would highly advise you to look at the different types of clairs and then just pay attention to the signs and the symptoms, I'm going to put those in air quotes, of the clairs as they come up, because that will help you determine which one this is. I don't think that it's popped up completely yet. I think that it's just a little bitty thing, and it hasn't, like I said, it hasn't popped up completely yet. So yes, empathic as shit. B, clairaudience. And C, you've got another one popping up. You've got another one popping up. Just so you guys know, like with all of the stuff going on, a lot of people's clairs are going to be going through the roof. I'm just saying. All right, Tammy is next. Tammy is my last one on this list, and then we're going to take a break for a little bit because I need food. And actually, you know what? I could probably just fix food and we could talk. I don't know. Tammy says, whatever I need to know at this time. No, I need to go sit outside on my back porch for a little bit and just sit and ground for a minute. And my phone's been blowing up. I've got messages out the yin yang. Out the yin yang. So let me do Tammy's and then we'll figure it out. But yeah, I got to put some food in my face. All right. Whatever she needs to know at this time. Well, apparently 2 is a big number because you've got 2, 2, 2. Okay. All right. So you have the Forgotten Adversary, which is sorrow, serendipity, lost valor. On the other end, you have the Leper King, which is bravery, self-discipline, and faith. Interesting. And then here, close to the Forgotten Adversary, you have, creativity. And over creativity, you have karmic justice. Oh. Okay. And then over here, the bottom card is good luck. And on top of that, you have blessed day. Okay. Let me just say right off the bat, Tammy, yes, you made the right decision. Yes, you made the right decision. I'm not going to turn this middle card over yet. Yes, you made the right decision. I don't know if you have an ex that's been trying to come back in your life, or if you've just been questioning, should you have left or should you have dumped this person or whatever? Yes, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Because you are at a spot where you now have yourself back. You have your self-discipline. You have your faith. You have your bravery back. Everything is going good. That's why you have good luck and blessed day over here. Everything is going good. Like every time you turn around, things are changing for the better, right? Every time you turn around. Over here, however, you have this person with the sorrow, the lost valor, the serendipity, the creativity, and the karmic justice. So this is like an artsy type creative person that was in your life. They're getting their karma right now. They're getting their karma right now. And I wonder if that's not why you have had them on your mind a little bit, because you've been kind of worried about them. Honey, they deserved that karma. They deserved that karma. You made the right decision. Do not feel sorry for them. They made their bed. They have to lie in it. In the middle, you have concealment. Don't reach out to this motherfucker and tell them you're thinking about them. Don't reach out to this motherfucker and tell them you're worried about them or whatever. Don't do it. Don't do it. If they haven't reached out to you yet, they will. They will. Don't let it happen. Don't let them in. No. The answer is no. The answer is no. Absolutely not. You're at a good space. This is going to be a test. If they haven't already reached out to you, they're going to. This is going to be a test of, will you get off of the good path? And you can go back. No. I swear, Tammy, if you do, I'm going to come take your gold witchy star. I'm going to come take your gold witchy star. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Could it be less of a romantic relationship and more of a family? Yes. 100% yes. Easily. Easily, Tammy. Yeah. 100%. Just because you feel sorry for this person does not mean they need back in your life. Just because you see that they're getting their karma and you feel bad does not mean that they need to be back in your life. Just because they reach out and they're like, I'm so sorry about this and this, does not mean that they need back in your life. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Things in your life are going really, really good. And this is why they're going to start trying to kind of reach back out. They haven't tried in 3 years. Okay. Yeah. They're going to start reaching back out because they're going to hear through the grapevine that you're doing really good, that things are going good, money is flowing. Like, they're going to hear all of those things. They're going to hear all of those things. And they're going to try to come back in. You can feel bad for them and all of that. You can secretly kind of check in on them or do whatever around about, you know, without letting them know. But the concealment card right there lets me know every single bit of this, everything that I need to know about it. Because if you let them back in at all, dude, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. So don't let them back in, okay? Please. I'm serious. They'll get you wrapped up in this karmic justice. Yep, it's undoing everything you were for. Yeah. Yes. They'll get you wrapped up in their karma. I kind of have a feeling that they do shit and they get their karma, and what they do when they get their karma is they latch on to somebody else, whether it's a family member, a relationship, a job, whatever. They latch on to somebody else and they let that person take the karma for them. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it.
Can I tell you something?
Maybe.
Last night in my dream, one of my favorite YouTubers was walking up to me and I was in a ball pit and he forgot one of his things in the ball pit and I had a Polaroid camera and I took a picture of him, and then about an hour later in the dream I found the picture in my pocket and I looked and he was a demon.
Wow.
He looked like a normal guy walking up to me, but when I looked at the picture he was scary as hell. He was so scary in the picture.
So how are you gonna feel if in a couple of weeks or a couple months one of your favorite YouTubers turns out to be a really bad person?
It wouldn't surprise me. He's a weird guy.
Maybe he's a demon then.
He's demon possessed.
Okay.
I saw it in the Polaroid.
You saw it in Polaroid.
Should I expose him?
Jacob said this is why we love Kay.
You're not supposed to hear that. I'm whispering.
I mean, the whispering is hilarious.
I want them to speculate on who it is.
Dude, you send me so much weird shit. You're like a teenage boy with the shit you send me. Why are you swimming? Okay. But Tammy... Everybody's like, we can hear you. Unmasked by the Polaroid. I mean, yeah.
Unmasked by a Polaroid. Yeah, no. And he's like withering away in the videos every time he posts. Okay. I think he's demon possessed. Should I send him an email?
No.
Should I send him an email?
No.
To his business email?
No.
Should I leave a string of unhinged comments, hundreds of them under his account?
Everybody else is saying no. Helen said, Kay, you whisper bad.
No, I whisper good. You guys just, are... Should I call his manager?
No.
How am I supposed to let him know he's demon possessed?
I don't know. You don't.
Okay, if I have another dream tonight, I'm going to email him.
Oh my shit.
Could just be a one-off. But the better question is, why was he in that ball pit? But an even better question was, why was I in that ball pit?
Yeah, why were you in the ball pit?
Even better question, what did he leave in the ball pit that I was in there with?
Maybe it was a poop.
Oh.
I wish I had I do have it on recording, you going, oh.
That would be crazy. That would be really crazy.
It's a turd.
Should I email it and be like, I had a dream I was in the ball pit the other night and you were previously in that ball pit. Why were you in the ball pit?
No!
Why not? Why not? I don't see why not.
No.
Well, explain why not.
Because just no.
Why?
How would you react if someone, well, first of all, if they have a large following, then they probably don't see their emails anyway. Their manager or somebody else does. And so they're going to be like, oh, crazy person, and you know.
And then I'll never be able to email him again.
Yeah, they'll block you.
What if I have like a confirmation dream that he's demon possessed?
Why are you dancing while you do this?
Why was I dancing earlier? Why does anybody do anything?
I don't know. Touche. What if they block you? And then you can't watch your
I was also a baby
anymore.
for part of that dream, but instead of being like an actual baby, I was literally just a small baby-sized version of myself. Like adult proportions and everything, just baby height. And everybody saw me as a baby, but it was weird. Because I wasn't a baby. I was just a really tiny adult.
Okay.
What?
Everybody's laughing their asses off.
I was also at some kind of sporting event.
There was a ball pit at a sporting event?
Inside. The sports was outside.
Are you sure it wasn't like Chuck E. Cheese? Or main event?
Of course it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. It was a sports ball field. There was people out there playing. And I was there in the ball pit.
Pamela said she has vivid dreams. LOL. Yeah.
At one point in the dream, I was literally like, I literally thought, this feels so real. This can't be a dream. I'm literally finding evidence that my favorite YouTuber is demon possessed. And then I woke up and I was like, that's really creepy because that's the realest I've ever felt in a dream. Like, I was literally like, there's no way this is a dream because this looks and feels so real. And I don't know what to do with this information that this guy's a demon. I literally just saw him for like a blip. He was literally coming to the ball pit, retrieving his things. Snap, I took a picture of him. And then he left.
And then he left.
I didn't even like try to hide that I was taking a picture of him. He was walking, like we made eye contact. He was literally walking towards me. I'm literally like right here. He's just 5 feet in front of me. And I just snap a Polaroid of him.
What did he do when you snapped the Polaroid?
He didn't give a fuck. He just walked away with his thing. He didn't care.
You didn't see what he was getting out of the ball pit?
No.
Maybe it was this demon.
Maybe. No, but the picture that I took of him before, it was before he grabbed his thing in the ball pit. It was when he was walking up to me, and I looked at him, and I looked at the picture. I was like, what the hell is this?
Maybe it was his soul.
That's ridiculously scary.
Maybe it was a ball that had his soul in it, and he had to go get it.
That was ridiculously scary, dude. Don't do that again. That's what I would have said to him if I found him later, but I didn't. Tisk. That's too bad. But he literally, you know that face that's like, he looked like a scream mask. Like a blurry scream mask.
Okay.
Like just a blurry, that's it. Just a blurry, smudged up scream mask. Like really long face with like hollow black eyes and a long mouth in like a scream position. Everything else was normal though. His face was just wrong. Now do you think I should send him an email?
No, I still don't think you should send him an email. Why are you intent on sending him an email?
I want to email him.
Why? Just email him and go, hi.
Hey. Hey. I've never had a dream. I don't think I've had a dream with a YouTuber in it before.
Oh.
So this must be a sign. I gotta email him. Instagram DM. Slide into his DMs like, I took a picture of you in my dream and I saw a demon face. Watch out.
Yeah, he's going to block you instantly.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna be friends and he's gonna give me money.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's how good of a friend I am. And that's how much money he has.
And if he really is a demon and you say, hey, I saw that you were a demon in my dream, guess what's going to happen? Like, you in trouble.
Oh no. Wouldn't the demon already be mad at me because I literally took a picture of it? I mean,
maybe it doesn't know yet, but if you like email and are like, hey, I saw you, demon.
I took a picture of you.
Got a Polaroid picture in my mind, bitch.
Do I have that in my astral traveling inventory? Just a picture of this guy. Is it like in my inventory like a game? Do I have it in my little astral satchel?
You should, yeah.
A Polaroid of this guy as a demon?
Because apparently you have a Polaroid camera in there.
I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. That's what I'm going to say to him. If I encounter this guy again. What?
Sass said, tell him you had a revelation about him and you'll read his future for $39.99. Tammy, I'm glad this made sense before we got off on that tangent about...
Sorry, I had to tell somebody something.
Just saying. Did I hear what's going on in Pennsylvania? No. Stop. Oh, Christine said that you'll read it for land.
Oh, he does have money. He can procure land, I think. I hope. Otherwise, I'd just waste a DM on him.
You'd just be like every other scammer.
I don't even have Instagram. I'd have to make a whole... I have an email, though. I'm going to send it so I can send him an email. I can't DM him on anything because I don't have anything.
I'm glad, Tammy. I'm glad.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I asked her if that made sense, and she said yeah.
I need to make an email.
Oh, because of Annabelle? Yeah. Here's the thing. I haven't been paying attention to any Annabelle anything because I think that... I think what they're doing with that doll is... I think that is very dangerous.
That's so dangerous.
I think that's very dangerous. And now, anywhere that doll goes, anything that happens is going to be blamed on her. What am I going to have for dinner? My kid cooked some amazing chicken a while ago, so I'm going to eat some chicken.
Yeah. I cooked squash, too, but I ate all squash.
Oh, there are like 5 pieces over there. Leave me those last 5 pieces.
Yeah, but I cooked them in bacon grease, and now they're covered in bacon grease.
You're mean. All right, guys. I'm going to get off here for a little bit. I'll be back on. It's 8:30 my time. I'll be back on. I've still got about 5 reads from the other day to finish, but I need foods. I need foods. It is not too late for you guys to get on the list for tomorrow for past life readings. So, just saying, I haven't done them in a hot minute. But yeah, I'm going to go stuff my face in a very unladylike fashion, and it's going to be great. And my kid and I are going to continue to talk about the demon Polaroid. I can't say anything because, like, yeah, all of my friends can tell you that I have messaged them randomly with, like, listen to this stream. This is fucking crazy.
No, it would perfectly. I'm going to show you pictures of this guy like 3 years ago versus now he looks demon possessed.
Now I want to see. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. You go eat dinner. I'm going to go eat dinner.